Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Talent League. Welcome to this great and lovely day. As you're all well familiar with myself, I'm Terrell, and I'm joined today by the lovely Jogs. Jogs, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Tyrell. How's your day so far?
Pretty fucking terrible. That has multiple reasons, but we're not here to discuss them today. As one legendary man said by the name of Enzo Ferrari, which by the way, 75 years. One must work continuously, otherwise one thinks of death. And I am doing my work today for this part. But obviously, I believe nobody has seen you before, at least here. So give us a little introduction. Who are you? I've never seen you. I just see you, and you just seem to be like, man, I'm just on a vape and on skateboard all day.
I'm Jogs. This is my first ever cast for Talent League. I'm pretty excited and nervous at the same time, but I'm just here to have a good time just as you are.
Well, then, let's make sure we're going to have a good time. But first, let's going to start off today. Before we go into the major, we're just going to start off with a little appetizer, with a little aperitif of a minor match between recognized talent and Lawless. And I believe the map bans has been already done. And by the virtue of whatever Discord channel I'm in, we're gonna go today on Villa.
Oh my god, fantastic! Love Villa.
Well,
It's a fun little map, huh?
yeah, I mean perfect because there's already a wine cellar, so we already can loot that shit out. Anyway, but for our side's recognized talents, we're just gonna start on defense, and Lawless will start on attack. So at least you're all aware of that. And if I'm still recall everything correctly, this is still a best out of one in the minor. So there's pretty much you know, fire is on for this one.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put, no brakes, all gas, right? And just kind of tear through each other. So I'm hoping to see some sort of a really good game between Recognized and Lawless, because since this is a best of one.
So there's not much room for mistakes, and if you gotta improvise fast, you need to do it. And there's not much time to strategize. But just to give you everyone quickly a rundown again, for anyone that plays in the minor, they all have to compete in the best out of one. So one map at a time. For anyone who managed to go into the major, which are quite a few teams, there is going to be a best out of two. So at least there's room for error on one map, but to try to bounce it back up on the end. But at the end of the season, pretty much the four best teams from the major and the two best teams of the minor will go on to the playoffs, and then we'll see on who's going to be our season 7 champions. We're already in 7 seasons. Can you believe that?
Hey, that's pretty impressive. 7 seasons of Rainbow Six gameplay.
Yeah, and since season 3, you all motherfuckers have to endure me. So better get fucking used to. I'm here to stay. Anyway,
We all come for you, Tyrell. That's it. You know that.
anyway, we're just checking on the lobby. We're just missing one player from each, and then we're already set to go. But yeah, anyway, do you have maybe any informations about those teams?
What? Yeah, Lawless. All right, it looks like Lawless actually replaced Geeks. So, recognized talent is a brand new roster as well. So we're looking at like new teams going at it against each other. So this will be the first time we get to see if there's a good chemistry between each members of the team, and really trying to see if they can adapt just to each other at first, right? Since this is a best of one, we just want to see if the teams can have good chemistry, if they can really react between each other and really see how they play on a even though this is an amateur scale, the pressure's still there and the tension of a tournament like game feel atmosphere is there as well. So we're trying to see how they react under pressure and things like that. Just as a new roster and with new players, it'd be interesting to see.
Well, basically today is proving day. Time to see on how maybe changes and stuff has worked out. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
day
always
one.
interesting to see, and exciting as well. Because like either we're just all gonna sit here and be like, Great change, amazing," or absolutely dumpster fire and shit's gonna go south so quickly. So might as well just gonna be have like the fastest roster changes in the world we're gonna see in Siege. So,
Right.
but
Yeah, and
yeah,
like you said, day one, right? So this is the day. This is also day one of this first of the season, if I remember correctly. So this is the first like game of the season. So I'm hoping for a banger. Hoping to
well,
watch a banger today.
obviously got to start out strong today. So,
Hmm.
by the way, happy Easter to everyone since it's Easter Monday. So I hope you all do have enjoy your holidays as much as we do. As well, to be honest, I could not ask for let's say a better, let's say a last minute call up than this, because as mentioned earlier, I need to keep myself busy and keep away from this fault. And well, I always do enjoy screaming and yelling at this microphone, and also pretty much insulting every player for their absolutely hilariously dumb mistake and punish them completely out in an audience. So, this ain't no cupcake show.
I'm sure. No, I'm sure the team loves getting harassed by a distinguished gentleman, just as such as yourself, Tyrell.
Hey, you gotta dress up for this event. So every single cast I've done here, it's always been in the suit. Never ever it done pretty much in like just a
Oh.
t-shirt or something. Like always in a suit.
Hmm.
You can try to check that out. You will never find me with anything else. The most casual I go is just a Hawaii shirt, but still a jacket. So,
Hmm.
but yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
fantastic.
by the looks of it, we got 10 peoples into the lobby, so it means just everyone needs to get shaking off their dicks, and then we're off to go.
All right. This is All right, we're just waiting now for the game to
Just
start,
fucking start the lobby.
right?
You gotta beep that. I actually, here's the thing, Harry. It's time to get for you the beeps in, all right? Because there's some words you may not be able to say. So, but yeah. So, but yeah.
Feeling good,
Can
man.
we? Yeah. Can we get this rolling? Because it's. I'm getting nervous.
Tell
Yeah.
them if they're not ready, you ban their operators.
I
You
banned them. Great. So no Thatcher ban. Finally.
Cairo will ban them. You better hurry
Right.
up.
Let's ban Osa. And who else do we want to ban for the day? Let's ban Nomad. Nomad. What else? Like, let's try to screw up these two teams as much as possible. Like, which operator on defense on Villa is quite great? Which one is like really necessary?
A Rooney? Oh, I feel like it's always a Rooney.
Yeah, let's get rid of
Get
Rooney
rid of get
and
rid of a
let's.
Rooney.
You know what? Let's fuck
Hey,
them up as well.
Maestro. Get rid of
There
him.
you go.
Oh
There you go.
yeah.
That would be a great match. But finally, the match has begun. We're finally loading in. And it's time to see what these two teams ban. And obviously, the first ban or the second ban will probably make me cry again. Or
Thatcher.
mad. Usually mad. And ladies and gentlemen, first ban of this night
Oh,
will be Thatcher. Oh,
good thing we're not betting.
oh, for fuck's sake. Why can't any team like just
and some
stop doing it? Just
and some
please.
dumb throwaway ban on attack.
Well, at least Nomad. So, ironically, I called this one out, but I wasn't sure like somebody would pick it. So, well, Nomad's out. That's gonna be interesting. So, you better gonna watch yourself on the back because Villa, they do have some quite nice run-outs and just jump out and just fuck up your day as best as you can. And
Mira.
mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm not gonna be played at all.
That's an interesting ban, I think. I've never seen Mira used too heavily. If even if she is played, she's only played on like one bomb site, and that's AV.
Valkyrie ban you do see quite often, but still like it still leaves out if you're gonna go on kitchen. Like I'm not sure like how you see it, but I like to play like vertically, especially on defense with that pulse. And speaking of pulse, Jerry already picking it up for me, but not really on the bomb side I expected to be because they're gonna start out on Aviator and games recognized. So we're
That
gonna see on
makes
how that should make sense, right?
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was not
But,
expecting that Valkyrie ban to come from recognized though. Let's stay are on defense first, but
well,
single
let's try it
single.
out. Let's see. But I mean, why not? Like, I see definitely like the big value in like banning the Valkyrie because
Mhm.
seeing how like if you don't have pulse, like Valkyrie is pretty much the other option as soon as you want to like play with like vertical C4s and stuff.
Mhm.
But with pulse, you're just pretty much a single man person. If you die as a pulse, obviously like that's gone. You pretty much there's no intel for you to gather. But Valkyrie, you still got that. I mean, they're freaking cameras. As long as they don't shoot them, they're still there, even if you're dead or alive. So
Yeah, the information is pretty tight here. And this bandit pick, I would have thought that they would have still went with the Kaid just because of the vertical gameplay that can be played on Aviator, right? I know that they probably spotted. I think they spotted the pulse already. So the first objective is probably going to push him out of whatever room he's playing in.
probably. And again, like I think if I have to pick between Kaid and Bandit on this one, both can be played, both can be worked as, but obviously Bandit and MP7, there's not really much debate on the gunpowder in that sense. So plus
He,
free speed, it's still going.
he's been spotted already by Benchy, and I don't think he knows that there's 3 members of recognized talent also in dining room with him. So if he just dry peeks this, it's gonna be kind of hard. He has to go
Jiggling a
against
bit
Code.
around.
Oh, Chaos. He's taking a little bit of damage, but he's gonna have to go against two. But
Oh.
he swings out and isn't able to find the kill. Jerry finds the first opening pick of the match.
Nicely done by him as well, from Chaos as well, supporting him right there. Easy pick for them. The Iana is down for the side of Lawless, so it also like look where recognized talent is placed, and look where Lawless is. Like recognized talent has been completely like they moved out completely from away from the side, and they've been managed to tackle them on straight away. So, but here's the thing: it's a question on what Kaido will do, because he pretty much is now in a position to cut them off, and cut off maybe one player. Just gonna hurt Razor a bit, but still, like it's a bit of a tight spot right there, because on one side, recognized talent can rotate still back to the side from upstairs. Still, I don't think they really Lawless has someone in there at this position right now. But looking how much for like Lawless is inside, a skull goes down. Like we already see one go down. It's gonna be Skull who's gonna get caught. Margaret already with the shotgun takes out Kaido. Now the next one's gonna be Final Margaret. The board will take him down, and now here's the thing: Chaos, Razor, and Jerry, they're all on the other side of the map. They're in kitchen. That means a free plan for Lawless. Can Jerry actually try to go this out? C4 is gonna throw out. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna get combined, and there you go. Razor finds the last kill. A recognized talent will take on this round.
They left him. They left him alone. Left all members of recognized talent still at the bottom floor to play that vertical gameplay. And although they may have gotten on top, the fact that they let Pulse alone, it was just it was pretty bad.
It's like either way, they didn't have the control over that separated group.
Mm-hmm.
And like, even though yes, they now managed to kill off the two on site and make Frame walk in, they're still downstairs. They still got C4s. You gotta cover
three
this.
of them.
It wasn't. It's this could have gone for Lawless quite well, but yeah, that these like mistakes are the reasons. These are the mistakes that you have to watch out. You have to be aware where everyone is in order to properly plan it out. And seeing that they haven't gotten anyone with C4, maybe besides the mute, that I mean that story was eaten pretty much like. But anyway, nicely played by recognized talent. You gotta recognize the talent.
It was definitely recognized there. An interesting thing I
hate from once
is I think he was running UMP, right? Or the MP5. He was running a shotgun as a pulse, right?
No. Nah, he was running UMP, but I believe Margo on the other end, he still had the shotgun. Also, which I love when people make kills with shotgun. It's just so a bit more salt into the wound. Quite literally.
Now we're looking at this trophy gameplay, and then it looks like Lawless is going to go for a basic take into study. As they push in, all 4 members into study. And they're not going to be met with much resistance in here. I think the only person you have to worry for is on 90? The 98 goal, and there's the swing. Ooh, it's a little peppered, but Reezer gets away, doing more damage than he's taken. And now he's pushing off. The information will come out, and now they know where the push is coming from. And Chaos is able to read it. The swing, the take. Each member, oh my goodness, recognized talent is just taking them down. Skull just guarding the door. The big bastion, triple kill. Oh my goodness, only up to K-Bird. It's just up to K-Bird now, and it looks like he's just rotating all the way around to master bedroom.
See, if I would be him right now, like, nice shot there on Teresa, but like, let's just hide on the roof and completely have a resettle think like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Because it's like Lawless seems to not be able to win on the gunfight department, that's for sure. So far, recognized talent is definitely having right now the stronger gun power, and boy oh boy, those were like that was a big waste of charges right there.
That was a bit interesting, from K-Bird.
Yeah.
Not what
Sweetheart,
he
if you
intended to
can't fit
do.
it through, like, remove the whole window. But
Oh,
I believe
and
that's
that's
not
Skull to get the 4th kill.
four kills in a row. Like, nicely done by him.
That's a good. That was a good play. I feel like he snuck up and took control of that 90 angle, watching study door from red main stairs. Red, so they just couldn't take our Skull there. They weren't ready for him to be at that little corner, hiding himself in there, getting some cheeky picks, but kills are kills, and then when he's able to find out that 4th kill, Skull really pushing through today.
I mean, right now, recognized talents so far quite dominant rounds. Like, maybe the first round, I would say like that was a bit unfortunate to lose everyone on side, but still, like, so far, I mean, you can't really deny them. They've played now extremely well, and I mean, obviously, Shore's in this point score right now. The question is whether they can get the third bomb side as well on the win, because then I think we might as well potentially could see a 6-0 already in the half for recognized talent.
Yeah, Lawless need this round. They need to get something on the board.
Not
So it's
just
gonna be
something, but
interesting.
they need to be able to at least deny one of the three bomb sides. So, but yeah,
And but look at their peoples. No hard breachers, all soft. Pretty fast entrance, right? We got Finka, Buck, you got Zofia, you got Ying.
I mean,
as well.
I would like to personally now peek down where Law is gonna go, because they might as well just gonna go for a complete wine cellar rush up.
Oh,
Look at this chaos already to fall. Each side 3 versus 3. Z4 flies out. They go find one. Make it a 3 versus 2. Kaido and Volto, the only ones left for Lawless on this side. But still, Chaos, Margaret, and Skull, they have them at check. They have them at bay.
yeah, it's
And
hard.
boy, oh boy, this one backfired. But look, Kaido, still in a sneaky spot. Margaret as well. If Margaret needs to listen right and maybe swing like he has his shotgun ready, he cannot miss this. He peeks, he gets him!
God!
It's all down to Volts to try to salvage this, but I think he knows it as much as I did. That it's game over for this round at least. Oh my goodness. I mean, I love the idea, but boy, oh boy, this one backfired.
That one didn't work as well as they hoped, I think. That's Volto. He has a lot of time to play with, and it's bad. It's good and bad because they just have to wait for him to walk in. He's gonna have to play this weird. Let's see.
I mean,
It's all about the picks, right?
You're on the defense. You're always in a naturally better position. Just, time runs for you. But let's see. Maybe Volto.
Oh no, the grenade!
What? Skull misses it out. He whiffs in panic with the grenade next to him, and Volt manages to get the kill.
He put his head right into crosshair, right?
Right, but can he still find the last 2 kills or not? Because time's ticking. Oh, it doesn't appear to be as Chaos will take him down, but as for a very brief minute, we do gonna go into a technical pause. Just, make sure that our shit's been working out, sorting out for you, so it doesn't appear to be all too crappy for it. So here you go. Anyway, so we're just gonna be back in just in a few seconds, just managing to sort of shit a little bit out for you all to enjoy and watch. So stay tuned. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Like, maybe now it's a great time for you to go onto the toilet or get yourselves your popcorn ready, because we'll be back in just in a sec. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We're still in the match between a recognized talent and Lawless. Right now, it is a 3-0 for recognized talent. But due to some slight technical issues, we just paused it for a second. But don't you worry, we're now hopping in straight into round 4. And, well, let's keep on the show.
Okay, and Lawless coming in. Twitch, Jackal, Kaido on 0. A little more information game, I think. I feel like, yeah.
Well, at least now you got the heart breach, which you missed round before. So,
And now there's no denial on the wall, but they still have to take care of Jerry underneath, right? And
100%. I'm more worried about like if recognized talents just gonna recreate what they've just done the second ago, like first time on Aviator. Like this just may go up for Lawless again, like in a bad shape. So
it's
okay. So I may not have been in Siege for quite long, but what the fuck is a Russian side on a Japanese gun doing?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't been on Siege in a while either. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the old generation, aka the farts that still say Blackbeard was never a P. Anyway,
Saran wrap. Skull. First pick. It looks like they're not even going for the bottom clear.
I mean, it's just like randomly, it's like, this is fire, just keep obeying. It's like, well, you shred in, not my problem.
Yeah, look at that. 3 members of Lawless just trying to see if they could just get in there. But
I mean, smokes are out, so definitely there's a point. But, oh, look at Kaido sneaking up. But here's the question: is he gonna run up to a shotgun or not? Well, so far just gonna make sure nothing from underneath will creep him up. But
oh, he almost got that. That was close.
yeah, he almost got them. But Skull, on the other hand, he's getting 2. He's got 3. Will he get 4? No, Gatekeepers shuts him down. But still, only 2 members left from Lawless' side.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge for Skull. But you know, it's we've seen Skull do that before. But now they have to push, and they're surrounded on all angles. And I'm not even saying surrounded in a perimeter sense, but like if they go to plant, they got pulse. And if they go to, they have to take care of the rest of recognized talent on top.
Yeah, they have to take care of recognized talent either way on top because they're not gonna be able to plant. But still, the moment they do, Jerry's gonna be like, "I've got a nice little present for you." And what's that?
How'd he get 2?
No, it was Kaido and Keyboard. It's just like, they both started right. It's like, did they just gotta collide? But one thing I can tell you, one thing for sure, that Kaido will be down. And, well, if Jerry plays his cards out right, he's gonna get a freebie. But Keyboard will find Chaos. Meaning it's just, I mean, right now it's a 1-1-1. Jerry versus Keyboard. Kaido's still there, but like he's on the pool table, so he's safe from that C4. As for now, diffuser is now planted. Kaido is pretty much out of this race. He sees them. He might
get the double here.
Getting it double. No! It's not vertical banger. You can't explode this floor. You can't shoot through this. So Kaido gets up. He's back into the race, but 25 seconds left. Jerry needs to find him. One is rebelling outside, but one is on the inside. The cross comes, and Kamer will secure the kill. And ladies and gentlemen, Lawless will win their first round.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good push. Getting those kills when they were hanging out by main stairs right there was important. And with Jerry unable to find the C4 that he wanted, just made it all too difficult.
Oh, yeah. Well, either way, Lawless got it 1 on the score. So, again, recognized talent. We'll try again onto Aviator and Games. We're just going to see. Maybe Lawless have now finally found that little pinch of extra they needed in order to make sure to win those rounds. Or we'll see if recognized talent is just going to bounce back and go back to the strong form they just came off pretty much. So,
I thought they were gonna bring the bandit back out or some sort of denial.
I mean, they got now Thunderbird, so interesting choice in that sense. But still, then again, like maybe it's a good way to counter a bit the Finka, because you know, like health goes down and stuff like this, you pretty much can bounce yourself back with Thunderbird. And you see, I'm not a doctor, but see that shotgun inside of Skull is not Gucci.
And look at this Jackal switch, this attacking side switch for Stakey, and going for Maverick instead of Jackal, which I think is I don't think that's useful for this particular area.
Yeah, I'm questioning as well a bit, but I mean,
the grenades right are good. But,
yeah,
but
other
Jackal.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like right now, like they're struggling to. If they have a person like Jerry, you know, who's pretty much separate. I mean, then again, Chaos is still there to support. Like they can isolate these two with Jackal pretty close, and can, you know, make them run or make them go into positions they can pick them off like easily. And Jerry already saw it C4.
That's too early, huh?
That is too early indeed.
And he's out now.
Well, don't forget, he still has Chaos. He still has a C4. So if they communicate right, there's still, like, you know, a good chance. But I think you can see as much as I do. Kaido will go in, takes out Jerry. But he's going to find another one, a reason. But he spotted the third one as well. No. In the meantime, Volt will find Margaret. It's I believe it's only Chaos left. He manages to escape. He managed to go there. He takes out Stakey. 1 versus 4. Can he do it? It's a flying. No, yes, missile patch. He got stuck. The Vault will finally put it down. But boy, oh boy. What is this round?
That was quite the round. That sneak from Kai.
Boy,
This,
I am baffled about this round. Seriously.
Yeah, that Kaido sneak was impressive, right? When
I mean, like the intel they got from that camera, because I'm pretty sure one stage they saw like 3 hats or so peeking out. And then Kaido just sneaks up and like there's no defense on this side. And I mean, that was just, I would say that was really the play for this round. Like that one really gave Lawless the upper hand. But it's funny to see, like, you start to recognize talent, you know, like very strong, very confident in everything. And then it's like some little mistakes, just not paying attention. And like, look, Lawless capitalized so heavily on this. It's amazing.
I think they were realizing that they were heavily pushing for that pulse play, right? The double nitro underneath. So what they opted to do was just push all in onto Aviator and take control. And while they were distracted with that, right? They had Kaido sneak in and get the cheeky little flank kills on Jerry and Chaos, which I think was great.
Perfect, like. Wait, oh.
And spots Chaos right there.
There go. Oh, I was about to say there comes the Rush Finka line together, but no, it wasn't an attempt. But like they looks like they I'm confused.
They were like, "There's too much util here for me, buddy. I can't go that way."
Yeah, or did they spot Reason downstairs and be like, maybe not so good? But if they want to try to take top floor, I mean, already. I mean, look, you got Margo already defending this one with shield, ADS, everything. You know, just gotta find the drone. There you go.
It's just Margo too, so they can take him out. That's top floor control.
Just burn out you. Was that a C4 or?
No, that was a prox. I think that was a proximity alarm.
Yo, and even still, like, imagine that that would have been a C4. Holy crap! I would have shit my pants at this stage.
Well, look at the C. They have no more C4. It looks like they're out.
Oh yes, they are. Well, I guess Jerry got to put the UMP to great use. Stakey is gonna use the hammer and just gonna make sure wreak havoc above them. Margo losing quite a lot of HP. It looks like his own smoke nade helped out a bit as Benji clears him. Benji clears out Jerry, but Margaret actually took a lot of damage as well.
So yeah, now they're starting to converge. All 5 members of Lawless still alive. It's a 3v5. They have this in the bag, but it's still winnable for Recognized right now if they can just take out the
Banshee!
That was sneaky, but not close. There's the Gar, and Margot will finish that off. It's 3v4. It's still 51 seconds left. They have a lot of time to play with. Most of Lawless are playing vertical on top. No one is in sight yet. Which I think is good, right? They're going for the kills. They're going for the picks.
No, I would say like it's with this much time. Well, not much time, but there's not much time left. They need to go down and make sure to go for a plan, but they don't. They haven't managed to like say secure the right positions or at least enough clearance on this. They're gonna find Marga though, who is quite weak already, but still like time's ticking. Now the rush has to come in with the lion push. Shots are flying, but so for smoke channels are dropping out, less than 15 seconds as the plan will go down. Smokes are everywhere. Volt will try to find Keyboard, will find Reezer, but Chaos will find one. He's gonna down Keyboard as well, so you only got the... Wait,
that was big.
That was big. But so he needs to find Kato quite quickly right now to stop. No, Stinky's got him from on top.
Oh,
so are you kidding me?
That was so close.
What are these rounds? They're so tight.
And it looks like we might go into a pause here.
Well, I definitely need one because I need a drink because, jeez.
That was so big, right? I really thought they had that right there.
Yeah, me too. It's just like, I thought like, right, it's just down to Chaos. He just needs to swing. He just needs to... Doesn't matter. He just needs to body them. Like, one's planting, one's down, one is reviving. Like, none of them can shoot back, really. Like, but if Snaker wouldn't just intervene, like, there you go. This round would have been for recognized talent. I mean, I'm already starting out, like, we're not even done. Like, we only got, like, pretty much halfway through. Like, this is already the most exciting stuff I've seen. Just, like, from the start. Like, boy, oh boy.
I think what hurt Chaos there is he took care of, I don't know who he took care of, but he got Diffuser down, right? Now they couldn't plan.
It was K-Bird, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, and then he ran away into Pantry because he probably thought, oh, it's over.
Yeah,
that rush from Kaido, though. Right, that rush from Kaido to get the defuse on, and then I think we had Benchy on vertical gameplay. He was trapped.
I mean, absolutely, but I'm so baffled. Like, I mean, it's like those first 6 rounds. Like, I've not been through quite a lot of few games, and like none of them have been right now this exciting as this was. These two are just battling it out for, because it's just fantastic to watch. So again, like we're now on a free freeze, so we're just gonna see on how a recognized talent will now do on attack, and we're gonna see on obviously on how Lawless will do the defense. But if you would have to bet on like which team would go home, like who do you think is gonna take it? Cause I'm right now literally like any predictions I made, like they're pretty much out of the window already.
Yeah, recognized they were doing really well, and then somehow started.
It's just small mistakes and just like great plays from Lawless comes in, and they just, I mean, take over, commandeer. So,
and we were talking about this, right? The chemistry and the adaptation for change. They saw how Recognized was playing, and Lawless took that into account and really flipped their gameplay up a little bit. Played aggressive, played more top heavy. They didn't really care about Pulse until it was important to care about him. Like when they had all their members up onto the site they needed. Like they had study control, they had 90 control, and then when that was done, they confirmed that Pulse and Chaos were playing underneath like they always do, and they just took them out.
either way, The only thing I'm definitely sure of that I'm getting ear raped by just a lot of freaking windy noises by my lovely dear Harry. So so please stop fucking I mean Jocks, you're more native to English. What's the word I'm looking for?
Winning, whining,
No,
whistling.
not that
What
this
is-
not whistling, but like like it's like when the wind comes in. Yeah. Reduce the breathing. So it's a bare minimum, just not so hard. Thank you. Ah, but either way, I love the moaning from him. So, by the way, maybe that's maybe a good time to plug it in.
It was
S-
dining. Yeah, I had to play on dining when they were playing on dining room. It was.
yeah.
I really thought they had it right.
Oh yeah, definitely. But maybe it's not time to plug in. Maybe for this, like maybe perhaps if you see, maybe you do want to try to join, or maybe do want to work for Talent League, or just get your big shot on the main stage, then please feel welcome to join. Feel welcome to come on the Discord and apply for one of the stuffs. Like, as a caster, observer, producer. Like, we pretty much need every room out of the bank. So why not just come enjoy? Like, come join, try it out. Even though if you've never done it, maybe you got some experience, or maybe you're just an absolute professional like myself. Either way, you're welcome to come in and join and try it out for yourself, and hopefully have some fun along the way. And get some of those banger matches like right now. And
Ah,
once we're trying to fix a bit of a sound bug issue by either virtue of one of the players or either of our own, probably of our own as well, because lately this game has been bit of sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit. So
close games, and that's what we
oh,
like to see on the first match of the season, right, Tyrell?
it is a great way to just kick it off this one. So we're in for a great treat by the looks of it. But
We're
I'm
starting
not
off.
sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna call in for a slight break just to make sure we got everything sorted. So you know what? Let's maybe go do that. Don't you worry. We're still here. We're still gonna
Awkward.
keep you updated on the game and all. So we're just gonna be back in a sec. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I would, yeah.
You're so perfect, and I don't need you. You need me, need me. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me. You flick the switch, you know me so well. You turn me on like nobody else. I'm a project for you to complete. You're so perfect and I will need you. You need me, need me. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me. You could turn me on and turn me off with your gaze. You can make me feel
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We still haven't left you all on the match between Recognized Talents and Lawless. I'm still Terrell. This is still Jux, and we're still in the match on Willa. And hopefully, if we click everything right, we are now our seventh round, and we're now playing on Eastern US servers because why the fuck not?
Another pause. Another
Yeah,
pause.
bro. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
If not, I mean, let's remind you guys of what's happened so far. It feels like it's been
I mean,
so long. It's been so long, right? It's been such a long time. I know you forgot how the game went,
ugh.
but Recognized Talent was really showing off their Pulse gameplay with the first 2 rounds.
They were showing off the
Actu-
talent.
Actually, all their matches were showing off Pulse gameplay. Pulse was a really big factor, I think, for Recognized Talent, which they used correctly for a majority of their games. However, Lawless caught on to this, and they were able to sort of wean them out. And by changing their gameplay, Lawless was able to adapt to how Recognized Talent was playing, and really started taking out that Pulse, making him not as useful as he was their first few areas, right? The first rounds, right? And we had some banger of players like K-Bird and K-Bird and what was the other one?
Kato.
Kato. Right, I got him mixed up with Chaos because it's very close. And then
Yeah,
Skull on Recognized Talent.
Jocks, let's be honest. We're lucky to have such easy names because some people, like I think the last one I've done,
Oh my
I
god.
literally like out of 10 players, 7 of those I couldn't fucking try to manage to speak out their name or something, which were
I
just like incroyable.
I once casted a match where their names were all like troll names. So I had to play with like there's a guy named like E-Girl Simp and
Let's go. E-girl simp.
I was
Sipping
like
on that
E-Girl
e-girl.
Simp.
What? Wait, what? Wrong movie?
Oh.
Hello
Uh,
again, guys.
uh, actually, since Harry already talks about nuts in our background, I think me and Epton used to do a charity game with Pac. I think it was Pac was in, and we had Pac pulls left nut, Pac pulls
How
right
do you
nut,
feel,
and
guys?
Pac pulls dick. So don't worry, those were like some of the stupid team names we had, but I mean, in terms of player names, like it's like there were some weird ones.
Yeah, these are pretty easy.
Yeah, we'll definitely like.
Okay, let's
please, we should
go.
make like a
Is it
compilation.
good?
Let's
list of, like,
go.
those are the people.
Let's
who are
go.
making
Let's
these
Okay,
go.
games,
let's
yeah?
go.
Okay, let's go.
Mr.
Let's go.
Sandwich Eater.
Le Pabaji.
Whatever.
Le ikis.
Holy crap.
The X bucket it.
Okay, let's go.
But anyway, we are finally.
Nope,
being
we
able
want to
to
hear
get
this.
there.
We're pro level leagues. We want to hear the comms, man. Want to hear the comms. But anyway, Skull really coming up on top. He's gotten a lot of 1vx's in most of the rounds. Skull's been really coming through, and what we're gonna see.
For
But-
fuck's sake.
He put 4-2 instead of 3-3. But that's another technical pause. It's okay, guys. It's the first match of the season. Technical pauses happen, right? We're gonna have mistakes, but
I once recall, if you would like to join Talent League, and if you think you can do a better job, which is clearly not even that hard, then please do join us on this Discord and apply for. Oh my god.
we can't be too harsh on
Yes, we can!
him.
Yes, we fucking can! This is the Terrell show! You motherfucker get insulted for this dumb shit!
Tyrell,
You want to do the punches? Right. I have a cable that's preventing me to do so.
No,
I have the second brown belt in karate, motherfucker.
All right, hold on.
You
I don't
got
want to
the
fight
black
you,
belt.
Tyrell.
I didn't got the black belt because one-eyed man decided to be like, no, you're too big and too fat for this shit. And I was
I'm not
like,
trying
right,
to-
I'm going to slap you.
Sorry, I'm not trying to pick a fight with the Kingsman. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That actually, you know what? Let's look up for suits now. I now want a suit like this.
Where do you get your suits?
Uh, from the closet of my grandfather.
That's some good suits.
Yeah, it's pretty much he gave them to me unwillingly a couple days ago. But yeah. Anyway, that's another story. If anyone wants to read that shit, you all see my Twitter, so I do take money though for this crap, you know. Just go on my OnlyFans for this and everyone. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway,
Tell us some more about that OnlyFans, Tyrell, huh?
huh? About what? What you wanna know?
Just messing with you, Tyrell. I'm just messing with you.
Ah, no. What? Okay,
I think I think our production
just show everyone, yeah. You're not. Thank God you're not able to hear our producer Harry, because some of the shit he's saying maybe also deserves its own list.
He's
But
a little all over the place, right? A little all
Yeah,
over the
it's just for right now. It's just our Rio star at this moment. So anyway, yeah. So we just need to make sure we have the right server, the right region selected, the right scoreline put in, and then we can finally go back to it. Which, by the way, in about 10 minutes, we're scheduled to give you all broadcast live the majors. So we may delay that, or in the worst case, we either end this one very quickly for you all, or we just gonna go skip the first map from the other one. Either way, one of those decisions will be. But yeah, so we're just waiting on the executive order, and by the executive order, I mean a Belgian who has pretty much has pretty much the energy of a empty vacuum cleaner. So yeah, so yeah.
Wow. This is a impressive round. Impressive
Yeah.
match. The tension is really eating them up, you know. It's late for them. It's late for you guys. It's late for people watching. I know you're tired, but thank you. Thank you for still hanging in there.
Yeah, please, thank you. Very much thank you.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like we also have to sit here, so we do feel. But yeah. Well, just a very it's like maybe a bit of an unfortunate thing. So if one team is not gonna just pull away with the lead and just like quickly go, if we go hit overtime, we may not bring you those overtime. So that's gonna be a fifth Rios for them. So yeah. Yeah, I know how you feel there, Jocks. I also want to puke on that fact, but
I had to look away. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: major, like, it still has priority on this one. So we're just lucky to bring you usually just beforehand the minor game. The only issue we're not lucky are with a bit of a theme here is a few technical hiccups and are very very reliable people we do not have.
I feel
So,
like a
yeah.
bad waiter at a restaurant, you know? You're like, "Hey, like here's the bread, and we'll be back with your entree real soon."
We'll just deliver you more bread. You want more drinks? No worry.
Right? The one you're like,
It's
my
like this,
water has
do
been
you
empty
like
for
the
so
bread?
long.
Do you like? Oh, you touched like once the bread basket. Dude, shall we bring you another one? Come on, let's bring you another one. We'll just stuff it up in there. It's just like, just
And
shut the fuck up. We're just cooking it, please.
they're like, this is my 5th bread basket. Please, I just want my dinner.
We have we pretty much have 75 minutes for quite literally for just 12 rounds, you know. So like then again, there's still drawings, but for 12 rounds we have 75 minutes, and we're already pretty much ate up everything. So, but yeah,
But like you said, yeah, thank you for staying in, tuning in to watch, even though with the technical pauses. We should be coming in really close soon here now. So just, as a recap, it's
Okay, well,
close,
is it good
but
now?
Lawless is
Like
catching up.
3-3 in the
In fact,
band.
it was two. They were they were they were up 2 rounds, but then Lawless
Fortnite
came
or
back
Babaji?
and
Baba
took 4 of
J.
them. So, but
Les Babaji ou les. Hey,
Okay,
buddy,
okay.
as you can already hear them
Server is good.
screaming
Okay.
in the lobby. We're already filling it. Yeah, don't worry.
Comment ça va?
We're going. We're coming.
Oh,
It's just.
you speak French?
Non, non, non.
yeah.
Wow, you have a good accent. I thought you was French.
Ah. What?
Oh, okay, okay.
I can't say I'm tired because the sun is in my
Oh
back.
yeah,
What's
you
that?
you just woke up with like 5 Starbucks in your hand, just like chugging them out. I
Comment
just
ça va? Ça va bien?
had a day to endure and everything, and like I'm just now like right, let's make yourself a nice, fun, enjoyable evening, and then just relax, get down in the bed, maybe do a bit of racing since I have a racing chair, but just relax and stuff like this, get some peanuts and watch some Netflix. I think it's I mean do not have entirely the time for it then anymore. But
What kind of racing do you do, Tyrell? Formula One?
right now I do
Okay,
played
mate.
a lot of F1, but since the new season started, I haven't touched F1 2021. But other than that, I do need to try to really get my ass over to play Assetto Corsa a lot more and do some competition there. But right now, I just enjoy to drive the big boatley around Kyalami. So just gonna make sure, like at least get one car on one track. Make sure I'm more settled with this before then. Let's say try to enter anything else and shit. But yeah, I do have a friend who does it to a professional degree, and actually, for a fact, he actually drove with Yunus from G2. You all know who that was, right? And if somebody's gonna say no, well,
Well,
yeah, it's
one day
what
we'll see you on the track.
what comes after Generation Z?
Numbers? Gen Zero.
Gen Zero, yeah. Then you're fucking Gen Zero kid. You have no clue in Siege in that sense. So
I don't
Anyway.
even know, man.
who knows this shit?
People know for some reason.
Yeah, I'm just born 2000, and that's it. Like, I'm happy on that sense.
Yes.
Well, I'm
Molestation,
pretty sure I still do
fuck.
classify as a millennial by March. Oh fuck this shit.
Glory.
Then I'm the worst generation ever.
For those of you who
I've
don't
now,
know what's
I've
going
now,
on
I've
right
now,
now,
I've now learned that I'm a part
Tyrell
of
is
Generation
being
Z,
harassed
which
by our production manager.
which I gonna recall because let's just put me back to the baby boomers or something like this, because I'm definitely not living in this fucking time and age and crap. Yes, Harry, 46 to 64. Do you honestly think I do want to fucking run around with rainbow hair these days? I have a fashion sense of an 80-year-old. Yeah, maybe at some point we shouldn't call this like a matchup. We're just gonna make this a podcast from now on. I Let me process that.
I have
At
to
least we were not born after the
take into
Xbox
account what just
360 came
happened.
out. Uh,
You hear that, folks? Twitch chat.
you
Harry
know
has
what?
said, if the Xbox 360 is older than you, your opinion is not valid. Come on, chat. You gotta light them up. Light,
Burn him!
light up Harry.
I'm not sure if we. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to still put it into break because like we're just missing one player, but like how
We're
to say
just
this is the moment where I wish I would have Blixby because she's the king of just waffling about like for fucking hours straight away. So yeah,
if you gotta use the bathroom, you better go because we're not gonna have any breaks
no.
after this
We'll we're about to hopefully go into the game. Well, let's see me my best Murray Walk impression. It's go 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 go! We started it! Finally! Just everything be correct. Let's be on the right side of the right bands, right fucking round count, because otherwise I'm just gonna. Right, so.
We did it.
Yay! Praise the Lord!
We just lost Reezer.
Ah! Done.
Oh no. Can he come back?
I hope so.
Is he gonna come back?
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Nope.
being defused by attackers.
Is he gonna be able
Overrated.
to? Is this a fort? Oh, wait. So, okay, I won't. We're gonna be playing. It's 4v5. Starting off, I'm pretty sure Reezer will
10
come
seconds
back.
remaining.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Let's
5
just
seconds remaining.
let's just do this.
Attackers objective is
already-
to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I'm done. Already feel tired. Anyway,
shake it off.
right. Let's see K-Bird. Maybe he's just gonna try to speed things up.
Drone up and running.
Try to give us a nice little bumpy right there, but Drone is gonna intervene on this, so we're not gonna see K-Bird do on that. As everyone from Lawless is quite openly running around.
Magazine! It's got some chaos.
He's just taking advantage of this 5v4.
Lost my explosive!
They just need one kill to even it out, and maybe that's what they're looking for. As they push into closet and main. In the peak. Ooh,
But
they
wait,
made it. Benchy's there.
I'm not quite so sure. Jerry seems to be trying to do it, but Kato manages to escape from this one. Jerry will take quite a lot of hit. I believe K-Bird just gonna be the culprit for this one on
Attackers
that,
have
but
located a bomb.
nicely done so far. Right now, it's still the man advantage for Lawless is there, but Weezer is still there for our drone and reconnaissance. So looking,
Attackers
still
have dropped the
looking
bomb
good with
diffuser.
his little explosive friends right there.
Contact with RCE.
Ooh, Chaos might
Attackers
walk right
recovered
into a
the
double
diffuser.
peek. A double hold. Grenade. Giving away his position, but not able to find anybody. He's got to watch two angles. Getting into a little bit of a gunfight with Benchy here.
Well, Benji 90 tries to jiggle pick, tries to get ooh. A hit comes through onto him, but K-Bird on the other hand, he's gonna find Skull and will take him down. It's gonna be a huge pick. Skull in the past rounds has been an absolute menace for recognized talent. So big pick right there as Chaos will try to wallbang, will try to be taken out. But look at Jerry, he's flanking. He's gonna get Benchy. And now it's the other question: are they gonna be able to have K-Bird? Excuse me, no K-Bird. Where is he? Yeah. They're gonna
Yes.
need to keep a trap. But no, the wallbang skateboard goes down. I'm not sure.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
It's a question of recognized talent. Also knows that they still try to frag him. They still try to find him, and if he just plays it out right, but no, Jerry will finish off this kill. And just 30 seconds left, 3 versus 3. Recognized talents have to push through in to take out Lawless, or otherwise it's just not gonna look good.
Yeah, this is very hard. Look how low their health is. The recognized team, like, super low. They gotta go through 2 traps.
Seconds left.
Stakey's still up. No more smokes though. He's out of smokes. Jerry just running in. Oh no! Getting down by the smokes. And Lawless will take care of them as well.
Smoke for the win right there. And Lawless will take the first round on the defense, so we're gonna see on how they're gonna start this one up. See on how this will run for them, but right now, ball is in the park for them.
Really heavy anchoring role, which is entirely different from how Recognized Talent was playing their last defensive round, having a triple roamer underneath and the pulse as well. So with Lawless, we're seeing here, like we can definitely see here the a heavy anchor position with the smoke and the Wamai, the double grenade catch, Jaeger and Wamai,
Defenders,
both
protect your
coming
bombs
out.
from being defused by
That's
attackers.
an important piece of utility right there for them.
We are protected.
Indeed, Keyboard. The good old bulletproof cam is gonna be there for them, and but yeah, interesting to see on how trophy statue will go for them. As again, you pretty much need to master 3 bomb sites, and as long as you get them, like, there's nothing to worry about. But let's see, maybe we see like a repetition from what we've seen from Recognized Talent earlier. First 3 rounds all go very well for them, and then the other 3 just like
10 seconds left. before
something
insertion.
happens, someone capitalizes on a huge mistake right there, and then it flips for the
5
10 with the
seconds left
table. But
before insertion.
so far, even though with this huge as fuck painful delay,
Attackers
like,
must
it
locate
is
and
definitely
defuse the
enjoyable
bomb.
to watch so far, and it has been the past couple of rounds for
Attackers
sure.
dropped the diffuser.
Reload.
Attackers
Oh, let's
recovered the
see.
bomb diffuser.
Each team member really getting into some banger game gunfights, right? Really interesting. Keeping the action where we want to be.
I mean, they definitely nobody's really, let's say, like, down to like, right, that's just so like, right, let's do our shit, let's kick some ass. As Keyboard will go down thanks to Jerry, making this the first pick for this round, going into ball for Recognized Talent.
And now they're just taking some default lanes, creeping up onto 90s here. Taking out the bulletproof camera, but they already know that someone's there. In fact, they probably know
Attackers
2
have
people
located
are
a
there right
bomb.
now. Chaos hanging on the window.
Visiting medic.
Kato creeping up on main stairs. Might be able to find someone.
Plays his cards out right. He will get. He will do. Mario will fall. Makes it a 4v4, and that floorbang would have been nice, but don't worry, Jerry got vault covered on this one. 4 versus 3 right now. Looking quite good for Recognized Talent, but still, there's Kato to deal with. Look at his shot!
What a headshot from Kato!
Absolute menace right there. Unbelievable.
Looking at gunfights, Chaos trying to take on Benchy. It looks like utility.
Oh, the grenades.
I think that grenade got through. Actually, it
Shit
did.
got
Yes.
through.
Oh, and he got the kill.
Located.
Watch yourself.
It's right now 2 versus 2. It's just a back and forth between those 2 teams. It's now down to the wire. Stakey and Kaido versus Chaos and Skull. They got 1 minute left. So Recognized Talent have plenty of time to work around with right there. They just need to make sure they don't peek. They don't get shot right through there. But Kato is in the moment.
And
This is
Chaos is really
focusing
using
on-
that LMG, right?
Oh, he's using that LNG to his great potential right now, trying to pin him down, nail him down, and there you go. Skull will find Stake, and that means the other side is open. The plant will go through from Skull. Chaos just has to cover, and Kato will need to rotate if he can slip through, but no! Chaos. Chaos is there to pick him up, and ladies and gentlemen, it's 4-4.
that pinpoint accuracy. He was really keeping them down. He was really keeping them. He kept him locked in main bedroom. You saw that every peek he had, he was shooting it. He held it down, the precision, and he would just watch those ankles the whole time. And he peeked them.
Whew. Well, so far, we don't have the story just as recognized talents had on their defense. Just start out with 3, so we already got 1. We already got to lose 1, so
Attackers need to locate and defuse
not looking
bomb.
all too good on this one for Lawless right now. But then again, there's still a few rounds to play. There's still to go on. But yeah.
And we're looking at the switch. No more Legion. Instead, we're going for the Frost on Kato.
See, Frost has gone in popularity quite a lot up, with the shotgun and everything. And
Bomb located by
it's
attackers.
you still got that mental of how to say, oh yeah, there's a Frost. I
seconds left before
guarantee you,
insertion.
everyone, there's still a lot of people who just completely
5
thick
seconds
and
left.
just still walk in and get snapped by this thing. It is just
Attackers are heading
Just
out to defuse a
amazing.
bomb.
I think
that-
that Jerry and Chaos are probably the biggest problem makers on the side of recognized talent. Would you say so?
I mean, Skull had a great defense for them, and also Marg as well. I would say overall across the board, both teams have just been it's really strong. You can't really put one person down
right.
for them. But still, each of them is able to just make a massive play, and pretty much go big for them. But unfortunately, Keyboard won't go this big anymore. As Jerry once again will find him as the first kill on this round. So well, let's see, maybe a repetition as Vault will find Reezer on the other hand, leveling out the playing field once more again.
Yeah, they have to
Attackers
take
dropped
care of
the
this
bomb
guy
diffuser.
in game room.
Attackers have recovered their
Well,
diffuser.
look, the kills go. Left, right, center, left, right, center. We're now in a 3 versus 3. Oh, excuse me, 3 versus 2. As Kato and Snake are again, once more, the only ones left for the side of Lawless as Jerry, Marga, and Chaos are now looking to go through onto Statue and Trophy. And all the picks are working perfectly for them.
A bomb has been located.
All of the Steggy to anchor this now with Kato, and I don't think any of his traps have popped.
Doesn't appear to be.
Yeah, they're all
attackers'
three
bomb
of
diffuser
all 3
has
members
been
of recognized talent are pushing it through main stairs. I mean red
Attackers
stairs.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
So we're gonna see them. They have to push through. They probably know that there's one member on each side of the map.
Well, smoke canister coming out, obviously way too early for my taste, but then again, Lawless is not looking in the greatest position ever. Now the swing comes, Jerry will take down Kaido. Beautifully swing. Beautiful
What a
shot.
flick from that.
Look at Stakey's health bar. Can he do it or can he not? He can. He's gonna find at least chaos, but can he stop the plant? Smoke canister will go
Attackers
out.
activating diffuser.
The fuser has been planted.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
he
don't.
stayed.
Defenders have eyes on the diffuser. Attackers need to
He's
protect it.
been in the sandwich right there. He's gonna no. Margo will find him and recognize talent. We'll take this round once more again.
Just a second.
5-4.
He was just a second too late on that smoke canister toss. You know, if he just do it a little bit faster, he definitely would have had that. I think he would have gotten Jerry down.
Either way, round 10. Recognize talent. One round away to make score. Lawless. They need to pull up. They need to go up strong now on this one. So
With the way
Yeah.
Recognized is playing, it's pretty.
Attackers
I
need to
mean,
locate
as
and
long
defuse
as long
any
as
bombs
Jerry
that they
keeps
can.
continuously taking out Keyboard right from the get go, it's
Mm-hmm.
as long as he hits those shots gratefully. I mean, I don't see much that Lawless can do to stop him. So especially like you lose your roamer like pretty early on with not really much as a refrag, so
And
we're
don't
sitting
forget
on the pickle.
they were down like a player on the 6th round, 7th round, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sevens.
So
10 seconds left.
and so now they have the advantage. 5-4. They can take it right here if they
5
want.
seconds to insertion.
Well, now the time has
Attackers
come
are
to
moving out
see
to locate a bomb and
if they're
defuse
gonna
it.
do it or not. Skull is gonna get up his drone. You always can need that. You don't always have to fry it off right on the get-go, so. But it's good to see already, like, taking on from completely opposite side right there. Trying to make sure, have control of the bedroom and work your way up from there.
We can't count them out, right? Because it's always going to be, it's such a close game.
I mean, so far for going from close games, it has been like, especially like those first couple of 6 rounds that were definitely amazing. Even like right now, it's just been, going back and forth. It's just like an absolute banger for today.
Bomb located by attackers.
Now they're taking over just a default astrology take.
Okay.
Slow
Looking
push
for.
play.
I mean, pinks are coming through. Like, there's still the laser gates to take care of, thanks to the lovely Aruni by the name of Kaido at this stage. K-Bird spotted. Takes a while to shoot the drones, but so far, as long as nobody pushes him up, he's right now safe. Chaos, on the other hand, loses quite a lot of HP from somewhere, so
Attackers bomb diffuser
already engaged gunfight. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen,
Attackers
for the
have
third
Jerry.
time already,
Attackers
Jerry
dropped the
picks on
diffuser.
K-Bird already as the first pick in this round. But at least Chaos
Attackers
will
recovered the
fall
bomb
thanks to the
diffuser.
hands of Benjamin. Look, the flank from Benji. Jerry goes down as well. Benji makes a huge play for Lawless.
It was flank on flank right there. That's what happened.
If it works, it works. I mean, look at it. 1 minute to go and recognize how this not even were really in a position to push or like make demands all towards the side.
Yeah, now they have someone to worry about on the bottom floor. Which makes it even a little harder, especially with only 3 people left for recognized talent on the board. They have to worry about that
Attackers have
bottom.
located a bomb.
But I don't think it matters because it looks like Morga is just going to go straight into Vault from 90.
Okay. Okay, is still looking to hold on to that 90s hallway right there, but Morga is already 90. But ooh, that hole.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
That was
diffuser.
gonna be a bit of a challenge right there. But look at the
Attackers
time,
recovered the
like
diffuser.
we're now entering 20 seconds, and it's now to do a push and get frags, or the show is gonna be over.
15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they got to get in there.
Oh, they gotta push for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
Smoke canister coming out by Stakey, perfectly timing right there. Skull and Reza
5
taking
seconds
quite some damage from there, but they still gonna pursue. Reza will find Manji, Vault will find Mario though. 2 versus 3 shots of flying. Reza will find Vault, Kaido finds
Operators
Skull, and
run out of
Lawless
time.
wins this round, and we're back onto 5-5. Back and forth right now, just like on a table tennis match.
Mm-hmm. It's so close. No apparent advantage, even when you think they have one, right? They just couldn't get onto site. Stakey was doing so well in holding them off with his smokes.
So, if I recall still my memory correctly, this is a minor. We only have 1 map, but it also means we only have 12 rounds to be played. I may be wrong on this one for now, but well, I'm right. See, whoever wins this next round gets 1 point. And if they
Defenders,
manage
protect
to
your
put
bombs
another
from
one
being
in,
defused
there you
by
go, full
attackers.
points. If not, we're gonna just have to leave this on a draw for them, both of them. But honestly, like seeing those 2 teams would make a draw, I would say deserved for both of them. Like, sure, they're gonna be pissed as fuck on this one, but honestly, like, would you be surprised if this one will go out with a draw on 6-6?
Yep, I would not be actually. They're so evenly matched. I think if we let them play on,
Bomb located
Yeah,
by
who knows how long
attackers.
the overtime
10
could go?
seconds to insertion.
Could go on for.
No.
5 seconds left.
I mean, luckily we don't have this one in that case, so.
Yeah.
But either way, I would have
Attackers are
been
heading out
excited
to
to see
defuse a
until
bomb.
like one of them will make it. But either way, it's now time to see a recognized talents attack once more. Trophy and statue.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered
And
their
we're looking at
diffuser.
them in. Looks like trophy statue, and they're pushing into study. An aviator. Nobody's watching that, but the cap cans are there.
Gotta watch out, those make booms. I'm not sure about you, but I come from a time where you hit them, you were fucked. Quite literally.
I think he was always
Instantaneously.
such an important operator.
A bomb
Yeah,
has
but
been
again,
located.
like I don't like the changes. Maybe it's just me and my nostalgia speaking, but I obviously like to have them, let's say, instantly punishable for anyone to go through. But seeing Benchy right now, he's gonna take out the unfortunate clone of Chaos right there. Who's gonna get shut down? Rip Chaos is calling on this one, but Benji right there trying to keep them at bay. Recognized talent right there, and so far it's been working out. It looks like Chaos is now rotating, so the effect that they wanted is gonna come through.
Yeah, they know he's there. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a they have a roamer as well playing under bottom stairs, which I don't think they've cleared out. Yeah, Kato.
Oh, Kato and K-Bird.
Yeah, the K
Hello.
brothers.
The K-Brothers, but I feel like K-Bird is gonna back on side, but it looks like we're waiting on for Kato for his right moment to shine and just come through and just absolutely destroy recognized talents in this second. So right now timer says 1 minute. We're now getting on to a bit of the hairier stuff right there, and as Benchy loses a bit of HP right there, Skull is actually in fact already planting. They're already sneaking for the plank.
Attackers are
The
activating.
finger boost comes through, the C4 comes through, Kaido will get Jerry, but that was the
Nice.
wrong person. They need to get Skull. Skull is very low. Volt will find Margaret though. Now the flank from Kato will come. Chaos will find one. Kato needs to make it, gets flat too fast. Skull will do it. Volt will actually reflect Frank, and Lawless actually goes through. They will just disable the diffuser, and ladies and gentlemen, we have Lawless on match point. What is this game?
That was great by Lawless right there.
It's just
You know, they
so
recognized that
chaotic.
they knew that Recognize would plant in that little default spot, or they had someone telling Kato where to play, right, where to throw the C4, which I think that was great. And then the push up onto stairs, although he did whiff on Marga, like it was important playing there.
Defenders
His role was
protect
really
your bombs
important
from
there.
being defused by
I'm
attackers.
not more tense. Like either Lawless is gonna take home the dub, or Recognize is just gonna make a draw out of this one. But, whew, this is not gonna be it. The last spot for Lawless is gonna be kitchen and dining. And you reckon to see a rush from Recognized Towns or not?
I don't know. They don't have the Lion. They only have the Finca. I mean, with their picks, it just doesn't feel like it. Like they have Skull on Sledge. So I think what they're
10
gonna do is
seconds
they're gonna go
remaining.
for a top floor vertical hold and play that way.
5 seconds left before insertion.
The way that Lawless played, right, on their kitchen
Attackers
hold
are
when they
moving out to
lost.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
I mean, it makes sense on this one for them, but either way, you got Sledge, so the verticality is already there given. So, and so Jerry's still staying strong on the gridlock, and well, let's see. Kaido at least is already in position downstairs in case the rush would come, but well, I guess for his it's a bit for him time to relax on this side as Recognized Talents are gonna make their way through now onto the bathroom and onto the bedroom, and See, this is exactly what you need to do. Drone in front, drone ahead, and immediately follow this one up. Otherwise, it's already lost. It's ground that you make up, already lose it in just in an instant. But I'm curious on now. Kato is dancing a bit right there. His shots are gonna through. Reza will take a bit of damage right there. Kato just takes a tiny amount of there, and he's gonna
Attackers have
retreat
dropped the
back.
bomb diffuser.
It
Attackers
looks
have
like
recovered the
top
diffuser.
floor is now in recognized talent's control.
Look at that hold. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen this hold before that Chaos is on.
Well, maybe I did, but it's been past time.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while for sure, but one thing that still hasn't changed, Kayward will go down again
bomb has
onto
been
Jerry. How many times? Four times already.
Jerry's just been finding K-Bird.
Yeah, he's got his number, clearly. I mean, there's
They
no
text to
way.
meet up. I think they text to meet up.
But I'm now curious on what Kaida can do, but it doesn't look to be right there. He's gonna be able to dash away, but this could have been a great kill, like to take out Reza already. But 1 minute left,
Attackers have
and
located a bomb.
oh, still recognized
gets that.
talents. Need to go right. Finger boost has been activated, so it looks to be they're going for Reza. Will find Stake here as we'll find Volto as well, making a double. It's now to look down to take down Banshee and Kaido, but as Banshee will take out Jerry, but Chaos immediately refracts, meaning it's only down to Kaido, who is God knows where he is. All eyes on him. He's gonna find Chaos.
Attackers activating
He needs to find 3 more. Diffuser has been planted, and if he's not gonna be quick, that may be over, and there may be a draw. And I would definitely welcome this one, but Kato, it's now time to shine. You need to do this, buddy.
Oh,
But unfortunately, Mario has other ideas. And ladies and gentlemen, we are ending this one with a draw between two very exciting and very great teams. GG's from this one, GG's on all of them. So congratulations, but my oh my. If we would have to sum up this game in a couple of words, what would they be?
chaotic.
An absolute motherfucking roller coaster of a match. But as much as we would like to gush about, we do have another game to be played, and that's going to be the major one, which is already due to pretty much now 30 minutes. But let's get I need to go to a quick break for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna bring you live our first major game for tonight, which will be between qvG Esports and Tier 4 Gatekeepers. So please stay tuned if you want to see this matchup. It's gonna come up just in the next couple of minutes. So stay tuned. This was Terrell and this was Jax. We're still gonna be joining you all today again for this match in just a couple minutes. So, like I said, stay tuned. We'll be back just in a second.
Turn me on and turn me up with your gaze. You can make me feel oh so much with your ways. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me. You could turn me on and turn me up with your gaze. You could make me feel oh so much with your ways. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me. You flick the switch, you know me so well. You turn me on like nobody else. I'm a project for you to complete. You're so perfect and now I need you. Need me, need me. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Town Lake. This is still Terrell, this is still Jux. Unfortunately, we have to bid on the rush and we have to bid on the hurry because qvG Academy and Tier 4 Gatekeepers can't wait any more longer because there are two of our major teams for this season, and as they are now banning away for Clubhouse. Well, I mean, we just came off quite a big of banger from a minor game between Recognized Talents and Lawless, which ended up in a draw on Villa. And boy, oh boy, this was a perfect nerf wrecker. But at least we're now here to finally bring you our main game for tonight. And just already looking at the bands, I already feel that the same old way still hasn't changed. What do you believe, Jugs?
Yep, Thatcher and Mira, right? Same bands, same old. The Hibana band, that's interesting. And the Kaid.
Well, Ibana Ben, let's say, bit used to because usually it's like you have to ban one hard breacher. Either it's gonna be Maverick or Hibana. So not all too surprised on this one. Cade pretty much common sign on this one, but we're just gonna wait and see on how QVG Academy will start us off on CCTV and Cash. And so far, you still got the Bandit and you got a Thermite, so everything looks to be old school. But that Maverick, if it's not going to be someone who's going to pick him off early in the game before that ball is breached, and boy, oh boy, that's going to be something.
Right. I mean, with the Kaid ban, it was interesting, but I've only seen him useful probably just in cash and such, right? With that hold there. But we were definitely going to see a basic hold up with Maverick coming out and Thermite double hard breacher, and then we're looking here. You see Dallas; he's actually switching off of the Maverick, and we're going into a Nomad.
Which is quite weird seeing like how pretty much Maverick is, let's say, the key point, I would say, for this bomb site. So interesting to see this one out, but I mean, if they don't get it open afterwards and they're struggling to get in, then well, I definitely know who to blame on this one for this. So, but let's not make anything too quick of decisions. Let's just gonna see in on how these two will now start us off for this round.
Yeah, we're looking at T4 with the push into strip
Well,
club. Oh,
I believe Patch is gonna be like, "Hey, Matt, you're just not gonna rush in there, buddy. Goodbye on his
yeah.
side." So not looking great for the gatekeepers. That definitely stung on this one.
Yeah, just Pat was in a really good position, holding that stripper angle.
I mean, he anticipated this one like way before, so great work on him for this one. So we're just gonna see. We just need to. We just need Tier 4 gatekeepers to just bounce back from this one and get us going for themselves, but it's still going quite slow and there's still a lot of not really much movement going on right there from them.
Yes. And just Pat really being there isn't going to stop Joey from pushing into Bar from where he is. And so now he's in control of Bar. I don't think they know that he's there since Pat left the area. But Dallas peeking into window onto operations. Let's see if he's going to get anybody to peek him here. Only just one person that's looking at him, and I think that's Gozo. Or Serguji. That's holding that
Googie.
window. Googie. Hey, that's a better way to say it. Gozo pushing into construction. See if he's able to get it. Ooh, he's able to get the
look
peek.
at this! Yes,
No,
he does!
yes, he is able to find that, but it's trade for trade. qvG still with the advantage on man here.
Either way, it's not the one going to be found by Sergugi. Adapt's going to fall. That's going to be the first man out of the game. Joey will try to shoot and will manage to connect some shots. That's going to be heavy and it's going to go down. But so far, it's still looking, I mean, it's looking great for qvG Academy right there. Gaza will find Mr. Easter, so it's all down onto Joey, who gets his head taken off by Googie in a very, very blatant fashion. With that being said, we already got round one for qvG Academy.
That was huge. A pretty big round. But I think what was important to note is that T4, they didn't really, I feel like they didn't really have any kind of control over the map of this game for that round. I'm sorry, for that round, right? They kind of, after just Pat took out Easter, I think it was Easter, just Pat took out one member of T4, and then they kind of try to push in. They didn't even go for the wall. They lost the wall, and they had to push in through the windows and garage, which I think was pretty hard for them overall.
I told you, like, keep that Maverick, because I mean they can open up that wall at all. And since you all like to ban Thatcher, well, see, this is why you don't ban Thatcher.
Tyrell, you just
For
want to see Thatcher
Christ's sake.
played.
Yes, I do. Like, when do people finally listen to me, and when will they start doing this? Like, why? It just makes it. I mean, it makes it just way more quicker. It's just like we're not stuck there and just waiting for this whole game. It's just like, right, we can go faster. We can speed things up more. And then again, we still can bring back the old jokes of when you play Thatcher, you're always the one who's gonna die first because due to spawn peak, baby.
And I mean, even with the new Thatcher, right? I mean, you can still do all the tricks and stuff. And I feel like
New Thatcher? What did I miss?
old Thatcher. How old of a Thatcher are you?
Well, I've seen the change where it just only disables for a period of time, not destroys. So
Yeah, it's still like that. So, but like, you can still bandit trick and stuff there, because I think they made it so to where bandit can place
multiple
two-
batteries, which then again, like I would say, an art of bandit tricking is now lost.
This
You
is
know?
true. Yeah.
This is, I would say, where we significantly lowered the skill gap for this one. severely, which is sad to see. But then again, I'm not the guy who's sitting down there making operators or decides of those things. I'm just here to see Gazo getting his head taken off by Mr. Easter.
He sneaks into central stairs here. He's gonna see if he can spot Gucci on the hallway, and he does. He does spot him, but Gucci runs away.
They're going to be able to follow this one up, but Heavy, on the other hand, his C4 will follow up onto Adapt's body, making it 4v4 again. And look, the feed, Heavy will tag, but doesn't quite endure so because we got a clone.
They haven't. It's 4v4. Still a minute and 13 seconds left. Oh, mind that. 3v4. T4 at a disadvantage. I don't think any hatches are open. And
Well, I don't believe neither, and I don't think any one of those will be open unless Joey decides to do something about it. But looking where he is, like, I'm not quite sure that's gonna be the case soon. But I'm more interested to see, like, can Pat pull up another or not?
I mean, just look at what's happening here. They have to push. They have to funnel in through stairs now because they lost their hard breach opener. No hatches. I don't think any hatches are open, so they just can't get in.
Does appear to be Matt's taking a lot of damage, and there you go. Pat will find Matt, and Googie will find Mr. Easter, leaving Joey the sole contender for qvG. Excuse me, leaving the sole contender for tier 4 Gatekeepers. This side right now to try to salvage this round, but with 10 seconds left, I think it's pretty well and dusted for this one. F2 will take the
Oh.
last kill, and with that, round 2 goes to qvG Academy.
If you saw here, I think that was Joey who used his can opener on the construction wall there, the outside construction wall. But
I believe so.
yeah, and being unable to open those hatches made it really difficult for them to kind of play anywhere they would have liked. But just Pat really playing dominantly on that roaming game. He's someone that they definitely they have to watch out for where they are.
Well, for bomb side for qvG, and that's going to be Jim Bedroom. Let's see if they're going to be able to defend this one just as nicely as they've done the past other two. And, well, I think we talked about this earlier, but for those who haven't watched it, watched the previous game, we see a very big rise of Frost being used. Since pretty much now with the shotgun, shield, and still just the general fact of how to say the light usage of what's it called, the brain. Yes, brain. Because I still gonna tell you, people are just gonna step into this thing and just gonna get their asses stuck on them.
Yes, and we still have Pat playing roaming on the bottom floor, and it looks like it's just F2 anchoring on site. But I like to see T4. They have to try and take out Pat or clear out the roamers before they push it in, because Pat is just being an absolute menace with his roaming game.
I mean, quite indeed. And so far, we're going to see Mr. Easter try to make his way around. I'm just trying to wrap this up from the other side as Adapt. Well, mate, there is electricity. There was electricity, and now it's going to be open. Mr. Easter will find a kill in the meantime. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got Jacuzzi open for you.
Nice. Big wall. Be big for them. F2 trading it out. It's 4v4 as Mr. Easter takes on Catwalk. Gucci all alone. I think he has to fight 2 people. Nope, he's retreating out now.
Well, either way, so far time is definitely looking quite good for qvG Academy. And with that shot onto Matt, ladies and gentlemen, it's even looking better for qvG Academy right there. 1 minute 30 still on the clock. Tier 4 gatekeepers are definitely closing in, but just they keep losing people to qvG. It's not looking good. At least Mr. Easter is able to pull them back up. They're gonna be able to remove Pat. So big pick right there, at least from seeing in the last couple of rounds. And well, 1 minute 10 still to play. It's looking increasingly like tier 4 gatekeepers are making the moves, but they need to find an opening. And so far, I'm not able to see any.
It's a minute 10, but where's the bomb? Where's the diffuser? Oh,
Speaking of that,
they just
Joey-
got it, Joey.
yep, Joey takes care of this one. He's going to be able to pick this one up. And well, he needs to bring this in position. And with 45 seconds on the clock, I don't see much things happening, but I am definitely looking forward for Heavy in the shotgun. But no, the pre-fires! They will end Heavy's life, but in the meantime, F2 will find one. The same as for Sagugi. And now we're done again. Mr. Easter is all left on his own to defend himself. He's gonna find Googie. That's free. That's 4, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Easter clutches up for tier 4 gatekeepers in this round.
Oh no.
Can you believe it?
Oh no. No. I thought that they were just gonna wait for the defuse to go down and then just play retake there, but Mr. Easter really taking it into his hands there.
I mean,
You
this
know-
this looked to be quite well for thingy for qvG, but it's just now turning. I mean that round, like you could pretty much put it back on the back of Mr. Easter because that was just. I would say nothing really like in the plan of qvG Academy like failed. Like I think everything has been done as they planned. It's just like the how to say, just the last couple seconds, the one that screwed over. So, but yeah,
Tough round for QVG right there, but they still have the advantage in
yeah,
rounds
I
and
think
matches.
I think it's this one is not gonna hurt them so much. It's just gonna be like a bit of a shocker, but I believe they're still gonna be able to bounce back from it, like no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
And just gonna move on from this one. So
Yeah, now we're looking at a cash bomb site hold, and maybe they're gonna go for the wall this time. Looks like it.
well, I'm not sure on how they're gonna do it. But at least now they finally got that that Maverick I wanted to see from them. Oh, just a bit of a drone parkour right there, but well, looking now
Is
to
there-
open up a hole in there, and I do apologize if there are any issues at this moment. So please,
would
we
they
are
able-
working hard to solve everything, but yeah, if you may want to help us out with something like this in the future, then sure, let's go on.
How were
But
they
as we
able to open the wall so easily there? They have a
Oh,
Jaeger
just
and a Wamai.
well, you just gotta have to place your shit right there, otherwise it's not gonna work. So I mean, I was in a Fatchinate to try to disable them or like anything from below, but yeah, that's bad placement. You gotta look on this one up.
Look at that. They've already got control of master bedroom.
Speaking of
It's 4v4.
control, we're already seeing 2 kills being made. Googie will find Dallas and Joey will find Gazo.
And they know that just Pat's playing underneath, and that's why I think Joey's watching that staircase. Or Easter, I'm sorry, Easter. Mr. Easter's watching that staircase. He's waiting because he knows that just Pat is playing that.
Few shots are going through the hatch, not Not really looking to connect too much, but so
Ooh,
far.
if he keeps peeking that, Joey, it might get taken out. Just Pat's waiting to get some sort of pick like that. But no, it doesn't matter because Just Pat's being taken out by Joey. What a shot onto through the hatch for that one. And it looks like
Oh,
going
looks
through
like
a little bit of
we're
a pause here.
yeah, looks like we're a bit on the phrase right there. We do apologize. We do apologize as we're trying to deliver you the best possible clean feed as possible at this given moment and time. So please do excuse it for just a tiny second.
Yeah, thank you for really hanging in there, guys. I know this is the match you guys were waiting for, the major match. Talent
Uh,
League.
I know it's been a bit tough, especially from today. You know, like it's a bit like of I always call like talent league curse. It's like every time we got like exciting stuff or shit like this coming up, like always something like tends to fuck up for a weird reason.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
And
as
we're
many
back.
bombs as they can.
Yeah, but back we at least got footage, and we also see that Tier 4 Gatekeepers managed to clinch on this round, making it a 2-2. So, I'm now curious on how qvG is going to be able to roll this one out. They're not going to go on the basement side, so I should go easy.
Looking at the Valkyrie pick here for Gucci. And it's a hold down into
10 seconds
armory
left.
for qvG.
5 seconds remaining.
Time
Attackers'
picks
objective is to
and
locate a bomb and defuse it.
Look at the Tachanga F2. F2 just holding it. Looks like he's gonna bunker down and
I mean, makes
on
quite
dirt.
sense. Like his gadget, like his
Attackers have located a bomb.
thingies, like I mean, him spitting out fire right there in those positions. I mean, you could completely take out the pace and completely take out any progress right there immediately. So, but
cheeky.
whoo,
The swing, but no connect, and Dallas takes out Pat. There goes the roamer. But I think they got another one. I think there's one more up there. Look, playing stairs, and he knows that they're there. He might be able to find one. Go Gazzo. If he could just keep his cool, keep his patience here, I think he could find someone running in through this hole. But how much time is he going to waste? Gucci also playing underneath him. And it looks like Dallas retreats. I don't think he goes for the push. No, wait. He's going to push into storage, it looks like.
Bomb located by attackers.
Gucci pushing on the main stairs. Maybe we've spotted someone on his camera as Mott's pushes in. Spots the black guy on central stairs. Was he able to take it out? I don't know. I didn't see. And the nitro cell, but no connect from Gucci.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
right now heavy. Oh, Z4 is gonna find the dab, but Dallas is gonna find Gezu instead,
Attackers have recovered
making it
their
a
diffuser.
3 versus 4
The
immediately
attackers'
taking
bomb
on that
diffuser has been
refrag, but.
dropped.
Lots of holes, lots of explosions right there. 1 minute 10 still to go for the side of 2 for Gatekeepers, but I'm not quite sure. Like, they still need to go down. They still need to try to make a plant. And even though there's only just 3 people left from the qvG side, there's still enough. There's still too plenty to shoot them up.
Yeah, they're all anchoring now in Dallas. I don't know where he is, but he needs to open something. It looks like he's already on site. He's far away. I think he's by blue. Yep. He's on garage storage, holding that. He still has 3 charges left.
Oh, the grenade.
Oh,
Attackers
and now there's a
recovered the
major disadvantage for qvG. Just 2 members left anchoring on site. I mean, it's still very doable. But even if one more member goes down, oh my gosh, they are just proving me wrong. As T4 just takes out qvG like it's nothing. Really, just they're like, hey, we don't need to open hatches, right? They're like, nah.
I was just like, I didn't expect that because usually it's like, right, they got everything still locked up and everything, but just still going in for like it just pretty much proves my theory. Like you can probably have the best threats in the world, like if you still can't, win your gunfights or let's say be dumb enough to just go for it, like they don't matter shit. It's like if you just ignore all the setups, it's like right, just go in, like there you go, like you
They're all-
go, the
yeah.
ticket is right there. So, but either way, it definitely puts Tier 4 Gatekeepers in a great position because I don't know about you, but Clubhouse has always been for me like the defender side of dream. And
Defenders, protect your bombs from
right
being
now,
defused by
like
attackers.
with 3 rounds in the bank for Tier 4 Gatekeepers, it is not looking good for qvG Academy.
Yeah, and we're looking at now we're looking at Thorn coming out for just Pat, which I think is pretty good, interesting. Yeah, playing that trap role instead of the Malusi. The pace will, I think, it's not going to slow them down as much.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I mean, it shouldn't really, to be realistic.
5 seconds
Yeah.
to insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a
We're
bomb.
going to see how they play this now. I think T4 is proving that they can win their gunfights a little better than qvG with the way that they just ignore every setup in the world. Like it just playing really aggressive again.
I mean, aggressive is always, nice because you can keep him in check. You definitely can see it, right? This is how much bullshit and stuff like this, and you can also, let's say, test out a bit of the strength of the enemies on that side. So
I would
yeah,
agree with
definitely-
you,
yeah, definitely interesting part on this side. So
but Just Pat's died 3 times playing that way. So he's not going as deep into where he would normally go. So just playing this little.
playing this on the safer side, you could say.
Yeah. He's staying in the shallow end of the pool. And that's what we like to see, right? This is just they're just defaulting now. They're just trying to find info.
Not much going on. Pretty much ang holding how to say, always the boring minutes for someone to endure, but still, they're important. Like everyone needs to work together in order to make this work. And as we're right now seeing Gazo even holding the, I would say not. I would say quite a bit of unusual spot right there. But
Ooh.
what I mean, we're just literally gonna have like first game, like again, heavy takes out adapt again once more with the C4. So you gotta do something about this with that because this can't keep going on. This man is having a really rough time right now. That hasn't been able to put much on the scoreline in terms of kills. And speaking of kills, Pat will be taken out by Joey.
Just an unfortunate thing for Pat there. But look, they got like 45 seconds left. No one is on site. I'm pretty sure we're gonna expect a rush here from the side of qvG that we've seen last time. But the numbers advantage isn't there anymore. This is a pretty even-sided match. It's 4v4. They have to go in. They have to get sight. They have to go somewhere. Really taking into account, and he's able to find Mats. Gazo taking out the bug, but no, Dallas is already in. He's in moto. He's in moto, and he's doing damage. He's pushing in. It's just up to Heavy Nader now. Let's see if he's able to hold. And he's not. He's not able to hold that as Joey takes him on a one-on-one battle in Armory, but wins that fight.
Well, 4-2 split for Tier 4 Gatekeepers, and they're not gonna go on defense, which I would say this pretty much looks to be a cake that has been eaten by Tier 4 Gatekeepers. So that story looks to be quite done and dusted. But let's see, maybe qvG Academy will do a way better job on attack than these guys did. But so far, definitely very convincing for tier 4 gatekeepers on the attacking side on this side. So let's see.
I mean, you stated that this is a defensive heavy map.
I mean,
but,
last time I checked, so some people
T4
disagree. They say like it's now become more attack sided, which I'm like, yeah, if you manage to drone it outright and pick up every operator right for attack, which then again that would apply to every single other map in this god-forsaken world. So then yes, but since nobody's still doing this, it's still defender sided.
and what we were seeing here is just winning gunfights. Definitely on the side of T4 for when they had to get into those 1v1 moments.
I mean, if I look like in, let's say, a bit like across the board, bit on kills, like, yeah, you have Joey on 8, you have Mr. Easter on 6, Dallas on 5, Matt's on 3, okay, Adapt, let's not talk about that. Like, even on qvG side, you got 7, 4, 3, 3, 3, so like, let's say not really like a huge outstanding performance from anyone, but like solid across the board, whilst you see on tier 4 gatekeepers clearly, let's say, a more, let's say one is better than the other at this current moment in stage. But
Let me say that. I mean, Joey and Easter, 8 and 6, and Dallas on 5. They were playing. I mean, they were opening up walls. They were doing their job. Dallas, but that night you saw the good news. Getting the pick in logistics office.
great work from him right there. Already slowing down qvG Academy's attacks right there, and him being a menace right over there. But unfortunately, Mr. Easter will fall thanks to Pat.
They still have 2 hard breachers. So I think if they can just get on the site, there's no wall denial, so they can definitely open something. In fact, I think they might have already opened it. I'm not too sure. But they could definitely open up all the boards here.
No, for sure. So either way, right now, look on the window, and no, this time it's not a fake. This one is real. Googie will find the kill onto Dallas, ladies and gentlemen. Putting qvG Academy back into the leading position. Less than 1 minute 30 on the clock. The CCTV wall is already open. They're already, let's say, Heavy still has that.
Oh!
He fights Maz, but easily gets traded by Joey. I'm lost for words. And I'm
was a good
losing my
double.
voice. Googie will
Gucci.
fight Joey. It's just down on to adapt to do it for tier 4 gatekeepers, and I think it might be all over for him.
And just Pat will pick him off. Once again. And that's a round for them. Yeah, nice.
Round for them for sure. Definitely, they need those bounce backs. They need to get strung up again, and definitely something I approve of. Tier 4 gatekeepers not going again back to CCTV, but instead just going to go down on the basement, down onto church immediately. Just skipped, let's say, trying to retake the side and try and reshuffle until you make it. So definitely a good sign on this one. Good decision. And I also like the fact that we got a pulse again.
Yeah. See the polls come out will definitely be nice. Give out a lot of information for adapts. We're gonna see how they play. Maybe we'll see a heavy roaming strategy, similar to what SSG does on Clubhouse.
I mean, I think you only got one on the board, so unless unless SSG has come up with another strat that has been kind of meta, then fuck me. But so far, I only see the mute really the only one that's
Yeah, no
gonna
heavy
work towards
roamers.
them. Yeah, well, you say that, but I'm pretty sure that one or the other will definitely go for a big roam here. But one thing I'm definitely sure that Adapt will stay on point. That's gonna be for sure. Well, let's see. Maybe his C4 will finally end his rather unfortunate streak of donuts. And speaking of this, Matt's on the other hand, he's gonna be able to put down a few bullets onto Pat's head, taking him out already. And that's a thinker off the board right from the bat. Perfect.
She's big, peppered by the pepperoni.
Pepper by the pepperoni.
Really showed him like little guns do more damage than big guns, man.
Listen, I thought I have shit buns, but damn. I guess this one reached new heights.
Hey, you got to take the cake somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just Googie. You can't shoot that fucking cam. Please stop. It's just I think he might be able to track him as well. Don't forget IQ camping pulls as soon as he has the gadget out, and the cards play right. Yes, it's gonna show.
Oh,
He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Googie has done it. He takes out a Adapt with the scanner. Oh my goodness. Adapt, this was it for you, my friend.
it's
Gazer will fly down in the meantime, but my oh my. I would feel shit if I were Adapt, boy. That is humiliating. Oh my god, another nice peek from Gazer though, but still, like, I can't get over the fact. Oh, this is painful, baby. For the love of God, please, Joey and Matt, save this round for you, because I'm just gonna put you down for losing this one out. That is embarrassing.
It's 2v4. Gucci holding the angle onto main hallway. He doesn't know that Joey's there. Oh, yeah, he does actually, and he's able to find the kill.
We'd already had
FFG.
dropping in and everything, and boy, that is gonna have to feel this pain for him. And well, qvG already now killed off their decimate. They're now on 4-4. So it's looking, it's now going towards the upwards trend. And I'm not sure if 2-4 gatekeepers, let's say, can pull something out of the hat, because it's looks to be going qvG's way very decisively.
I think T4, what they need is some more information than what they're going with. This heavy anchor roll that they have going on right now, it's just not, I don't think it's helping them. They're getting peeked out. They're getting picked by, sledge openings and vertical gameplay. I think they really need to control that top floor as much as they can. Really kind of delay them before they get onto site.
I'm just more curious on what Tier 4 is just gonna do, how to say, to make different, because well, they clearly need to change up their strategy for sure right now.
Yeah, but we're seeing that right now with Joey pushing into.
But taking a
Looks
more
like garage.
aggressive approach.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think they need to. Because they're playing that vertical gameplay. Look at Gazo. Look at Googie, right? Still IQ, still Buck. F2 and Heavy Nader are playing on the heavy breachers, but they're not busting open the walls. They're not busting open construction wall or nothing like that. We're seeing hatches open. And let's see if he's able to find. Nope. The gun gets shot down by Mats. So I think they know that someone's there.
That's for sure, that indeed. Looking right now, Pat, making his way through, taking top floor for himself.
Right, and this
Yeah,
is the same basic clear, right? They're just clearing
Yeah,
out through.
Pretty much is typical way old SAS tactic to start from the top floor and then go all the way down to where you need to. And with that being said, they already got top floor secured right there, qvG. It's now time to go down onto first.
And look at that. They just cleared out top floor in less than 20 seconds. In about 20 seconds, you know?
You're
That's a
roughly
lot.
about that.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
time they saved.
here's the thing, like speed is key. If you not fast enough, like you don't have time towards the end to go for your execution and everything. And obviously all the, let's say, kills or deaths that happens like in between, like they're the ones that either can, set you the right way up or just completely throw you back. And if you're not quick enough, like any of you, let's say, losing due to unfortunate deaths, like then it's like pretty much game over for you as a team. So again, make sure your speed is there. Otherwise, you may not be able to recover. And speaking of recovering, Patch is nearly gonna recover from this one. Mr. Easter definitely put it in the shots and getting down. Still gonna get picked up, but it's not looking all too fresh right there. It looks to be dropping in. Gazer will find Matt still on the other hand, as Pat will find him with the nade, Mr. Easter. And now qvG going more and more into position. They're closing in. They're tying it up. Gazer will find another one of the adapt. Look at this. Googie and F2 will
Flawless
find. And
round.
ladies and gentlemen, it's flawless, baby.
Yeah, those rotation holes they had in blue really, really fell apart for them. Really played into their hands.
Well, indeed. With that, 5-4 for qvG. qvG is now taking the lead once more again. And right now, they definitely set a train going that still is yet to be stopped. And I think it's just gonna go faster and faster. Well, it may be the end for tier 4 gatekeepers, unless they gonna pull this one now through. They manage to turn the tide with Jim Bedroom.
Mm-hmm. And what's important here is, they have to keep, I think, garage hold super important. That cash hold is super important. But I don't know if they're going to roam. They might just, it's not really a roaming area, this one, but it would be good to have someone playing at the bottom the way that Just Pat was playing when they were holding this area as well. On the side for qvG. See someone roam down in bar or even stripper, play as far back, but we don't have any 3-speed operators. I mean, Joey could run around, but it's another heavy anchor position that we're going to see.
Having to cough there a bit, but still. Well, we're just gonna have to see on how qvG will be able to adapt on this and gonna handle this. But so far, they look to be quite confident in the stuff they're doing. F2, oh, the spot right there. There you go. Mr. Easter is forced to go back. I'm gonna have to hide for a second here, right there, as he's gonna get chased down there. So, not really having the element of surprise anymore, right there. Just making sure no one is gonna touch him above, but the drone will give the clear. And right now, as you see, very great progress from qvG Academy through and through.
I mean, and now they're taking cash. A lot of map control coming in. Easter finding 2. Oh, there goes Googie and Gazo.
Well, I mean, very great stuff in qvG Academy. Just now, unfortunate now losing Googie and Gaza on this one, but looks to be like everything. I think everything they need to have done, they have done. At least from Googie's and and Gaze's side, so they should be fine.
Yeah, they still have a lot of time to play around with this. It's only a one-man disadvantage. We can't say any one particular side has it yet. But if the Mr. Easter keeps on roaming the way he does, he's going to be a problem.
Well, I would say one problem that has been dealt with, that's going to be Matt's for qvG's side right there. So It's now time to see. It's now 3 versus 3. 1 minute left is still to go. So looking down right now is Pat and Heavy can't seem to quite decide on what to do. Like F2 is droning out the floor right here. Just gotta get a logistics. The frost map is spotted, so be careful when jumping over. But I guess Heavy will do the safer route. Just gonna place a breaching charge and
Oh,
oh, that's actually bad because that one costed him. That gave enough time for Dallas to place a C4 and make it work. F2 on the other hand, he finds 2. Almost a collateral, and he will fall to Dallas 1 versus 1 against Pat, and Pat will win. And ladies and gentlemen, qvG Academy is on match point. Can you believe it? One
I really
half,
thought-
it looked very grim, and now the train is unstoppable.
that was a good round from qvG. T4 made a couple mistakes. I mean, just they had bomb there. I mean, bomb was in logistics, so I mean they could have played the defense a little differently. And with Matt playing Frost, the right Finka just Pat was only in master bedroom, but he didn't have bomb, so he had to push out no matter what. The gun difference is huge, but I think that if he played it right, I think Dallas could have taken that, especially with the shotgun. If you played close angles,
Well, probably most likely, but still. We're just gonna, well, tier 4 gatekeepers, we'll have to try again gym bedroom, and well, let's see on how if they can change it up. Well, we do see the alibi. I'm not quite sure if it really has worked for them, but well, let's just wait and see. But still one bit of a bit of a black is it a black sheep, or let's say a bit of a dark spot to talk is yeah, it's pretty much adapts nice scoreline of what's the binary code again for this one? I remember that it's a 0101. That's yeah. You know what? Just talk.
binary codes?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the DAPs, like what his binary score is. Just talk. Like I'm just gonna have to just write down some stuff just to make sure I don't screw up.
Okay. So we're looking at Googie here. He's pushing in the main bar. It's pretty quick. They've already droned it out. They're getting droned out. Gazo droning it out for him. And it's just a default play here. Right. They're taking out first floor. Taking control of first floor. Really nice here. They already opened up jacuzzi wall. So we're going to see how they play.
I got it. Adapts binary numbers. Right now 5. So not looking all too good. Well, let's see. Maybe he can change it. But one thing that will be changed is the removal of Dallas from this round so far. Thanks to F2 and his great AK-12.
Playing this droning game here, I think it's really taking them away. It might be too late to change it now. Maybe if they do win this round, they could play for more information denial than body denial. I think the drones are really playing a key integral part here for qvG.
Oh, nicely done by Googie right there. Joey will go down. And it looking ever more and more so grim for tier 4 gatekeepers. With that being said, Pat just puts on another show for us. Mr. Easter will fall, just leaving a tap to Mats. And, well, right now they don't appear to be the best tools in the shed.
Yeah, they're really taking map control away from T4 here, right? With the way that Just Pat was playing Roamer take on when he was playing first floor.
Oh.
But Googie right there, right? The sneak in.
And the team kill. F2. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
That's qvG.
that's qvG Academy winning 7-4 on Clubhouse and taking over this first half. Well,
I wanted to talk about that map control they had right there at that last round. The way they played that out, right? They cleared out jacuzzi, took out the they cleared they opened jacuzzi, double cleared the people playing holding that angle, and then just Pat was roaming around underneath, taking out lurkers and roamers. Okay.
yeah.
And then yeah. But yeah, the way they won that round was just brilliant.
I definitely worked. Like, I'm still like surprised. Like, qvG Academy, right? First 2 rounds fine and everything, but like, dude, for Gatekeepers, just like they managed then to like really go through and really hard pounds, and then it's like, right? I thought like they're definitely destined to make this one work, but no, it was like then qvG just got their act together and just right, let's bounce back, and they just went through with it. So quite how to say like quite an interesting turn of events, but in a way, with that being said, like there's still gonna be a map 2, which I have no information about, but I don't quite need to because I'm just gonna have to will hand over the torch to someone else because it's time for me to go. Because now it's time to plan in the person who originally was there, supposed to be here casting today with you today, Jock. So, but I hope you liked me. I hope you enjoyed me joining you for this one. And
It was a pleasure working with you, Tyrell. Uh, I hope to work with you more in the future. It was great.
well,
A lot of fun, man.
well, we're gonna have to see for this one. But with that being said, that means we're just gonna go into a very short break, meaning we're just gonna swap out myself for someone worse addressed. So, but don't worry, the gameplay will be even better. But yeah, we'll just we're just gonna be in just for just gonna be back in just for a sec. But maybe Yips, oh excuse me, Jux, you just wanna bring out something?
Was
Oh yeah. Right. No, never mind. I think I got it. Since we're already having such a bullcrap, just don't forget to sign up here to join us here on staff because as you see, we're definitely in need of people. We need help quite a lot of like this cast, observe, produce. Like, please just join. Like, it doesn't matter if you have experience or not or know what the hell you're doing. Like, nobody does. So, yeah, wait. But yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, I'll see you all guys until next time. And Jags, it's time for you to lead on this one for the next game. We'll see you in a few minutes. Be back.
All right.
Turn me on and turn me up with your gaze. You can make me feel oh so much with your ways. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me. You flick the switch, you know me so well. You turn me on and nobody else.
The T4 Gatekeepers have done anything but gatekeep. They've been smacked down. 7-4 was the end of map number 1 as qvG Esports take that convincingly. We head to map number 2 of this best of 2. I am Time to Light, that over there, that with Jogs, and as we head into Cafe itself, how you feeling about the T4 Gatekeepers' chance?
I wanted them to win last round, last map. I thought they had it, and I thought they would adapt to the way that qvG was playing, but I don't think they adapted too well or at all at that reason.
Yeah, I watched back the last few rounds of the game, and it didn't look great, to say the very least. qvG was looking pretty good. Boggs surpassed our European friend of James Bond in terms of going 007. It was 0-11, I believe the final count was at the end. No, 0-11. It was bad. That's what it was. Certainly not good, to say the very least. qvG now on the attacking side as we head into our operator bans. We have some relatively uniform operator bans. On Cafe, if you see something different, you are delusional. That doesn't actually happen. Everything is always played the exact same way on Cafe, where you go to the top floor, you take down the new hatch and the red hatch, and you do your damnedest to push down vertically. Flores, Thatcher, and Valkyrie, the first 3 bans. I'm expecting the last one to either be Cade or Mira. If it's anything different, it's either a target ban or the team is crazy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's Mira. Look at that. What a shock.
That is, what are you expecting then? What are we expecting to see in terms of operators that are going to be played?
Operators, it really depends on the team's uniform chances at what they want to play. There's no set way of playing Cafe. I think that's the best part about it on the attacking and defending side. You can bring whatever you want, and if you play around your composition properly, then you're in a good position. But if you pick something that's different and then don't play it properly, you're obviously going to get smashed by your opponents. Now, qvG on the attacking side, I'm not going to break down what they have on the attack just yet. It is a bar cocktail defense here, however, for the T4 Gatekeepers. They have a relatively basic comp, except Oryx is on the board.
I think, well, last match we saw qvG play a lot more aggressively.
Defenders,
Actually,
protect
they're
your
really
bombs.
aggressive with the way that they run. They run clear 20 seconds in. They just started pushing in as much as they could. I think for here it'd be a little different, just to see them clear out hatches and open those up and play the vertical gameplay that you said that they would be playing earlier.
Yeah, on Heaven, or on the top floor, my apologies, the vertical gameplay is not as potent as it usually is. The hatches are cool, but they're not as effective as everybody would like them to be, and then you have the main skylight. That's your best chance of really getting an opening frag or 2, unless somebody is caught running up the red stairs. Usually that's me getting caught running up red stairs, by the way. Somebody's sitting on the red hatch, and I'm running up red, and I die. It's unfortunate, but to say the very least, I love the way the map is set up. It gives you a very known way that the map should be played, and some people can stray away from that, and that's how you differentiate those that are prepped for it versus those that are not. And it seems like, considering I believe this is T4 Gatekeepers map of choice, they are prepared for it.
Yeah, but we're looking at a little lag here. We're looking at just a default roam. Default clear with the drone. Just gonna look around, see if they can spot any roamers out here. You know, there is a Daps on Malusi and Joey on Oryx. We might see some of that come at hand. Ooh, getting some little peeks onto Piano here. And Joey is going to be the one holding that. Heavy Nader.
Heavy gets the first and just drops down the red hatch. To do so, caught off guard to say the very least, is Dallas. That is not the opener you're looking for if you're on this T4 Gatekeeper side. Your smoke going down is probably the worst case scenario for you. And Joey misses another. Oh no, Joey shut down. That is about as much of a feels bad man as it gets. It is traded, albeit just picks does drop in that same right. But a 1-for-1 trade still favors qvG. The attacking side's making good ground and with good time. This is not a good start for the team that's supposed to be gatekeeping rather than being gate capped.
Yeah, you're telling them. But Mr. Easter, he's doing his best to keep the gate there, finding Heavy Nader and making the 3v3, tying up the advantage.
They're bringing just one back, but yet it's still a 3 versus 3. Mats has transitioned to the top of white. They don't have any control towards this west side of the map whatsoever. There is a rotate in towards bathroom. They can play the long angle, but never mind. No, you cannot. That's brought back, and now the 3 versus 2. Again, you have that man advantage, and they're already taking out utility. They're setting up for a push with just 50 seconds left.
Really pushing in Easter. Really, yeah. Whew. Holding that gate down. Bringing it back to a 2v2. They're holding on to Cigar here, knowing they know where Easter is, but they're not unable to find him. He's low. Easter's only at half health. But the grenade from Gazo will take Easter out. And now they can push it in. Mats is all alone, and Freezer is able to find. Nope, Gazo swings and finds Mats himself. And that's the round for qvG.
Good comms coming through from the T4 Gatekeepers. Unfortunately, the shot's just not landed. That hit the Sledge's shoulder, for all of you wondering. How was that not a headshot? I ask myself that question every day of the week. Welcome to Rainbow Six Siege. Small indie company, by the way. qvG do look good on the attacking side, though. A good 1v1, won, by the way, by Gazo. T4 Gatekeepers on the defensive side need to play a little bit more extended. They can't lose those opening picks, and they need to deny the utility and deny time on the clock over a longer period of time. Time is of the essence. It wouldn't be in my name if it wasn't.
Easter did really well there. Trying to hold them back, but he's only one guy, and he was taking on at least 3 of them from his location. He was gonna get taken out eventually.
Just feels bad, man. That's where the Jaeger's just sitting. When you're sitting across and you've run out of ADSs to protect yourself, you are a sitting duck, especially when there is an Ayana on the other side of the field, and well, you don't have utility. That's just where you sit. That's a cool way of clearing out some bars, by the way. Somebody write that down for my ranked games, please and thank you. I did not know you could do that. Where you just use the Oryx dash and go straight into soft surfaces that are not breachable, where you can still break them, yet you don't take HP damage. Look at that. Look how open that is. That is insane. And now you can put the Malusi Banshees behind him. That is such a creative way of playing this. Look at the T4 Gatekeepers bringing out something different.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna change their operators quite a bit with the way they were playing, but it looks like it's still the same default hold, especially with Joey and Piano. And Dallas playing near Cigar. No changes here. F2 and Skylight. See if we can get a nice little pick. I think he saw Daps in there, but unable to find.
Fortunately, seeing is only believing, and well, once you get the kill, then it's relieving. Heavy looking to find an opener and does just that. Dallas is dropped, and that's the mute off the board this time rather than the smoke of previous. And oh no, Joey's been down as well. This is just falling apart yet again. here for the
There goes-
T4 Gatekeepers. Joey will be finished off as well. Heavy with a double just to open things up here, finding both of those roaming ops. And now T4 Gatekeepers are being condensed on. They cannot do anything to get out of this chokehold that qvG have them in. And they're playing split as well. This is good positioning from qvG Esports, and there's no way for T4 to get out. That nade does not do anything. Away goes the Aruni, and well, it's just going to be a waste at this point.
Evinator still continuing to find people. And now, look. Oh, and the vertical gameplay comes out from where Mr. Easter was playing earlier. Really good adaptation there from the son of Evinator, but it doesn't matter because Mats finds him. Able to flip the vertical gameplay there, but nope, just Pat takes him out there too. And it's 1v3. Mr. Easter, up to him to keep the gate closed. But that's not possible because just Pat's able to find him.
2-0 qvG, and that's some nice clearance on the roam as well. Good speed again from qvG on the top floor, and they go up 2-0 justifiably. T4 have overextended just a little bit with some ground they haven't really held down. They're not prepared for the push from qvG, which isn't anything special. I was talking about the normal way of pushing on Cafe. They've been doing just that, going to the top floor, breaking open the new hatch, the red hatch, and pushing in towards that far side. They're not bringing anything new and innovative to this push, while T4 are, yet T4 being shut down every single round. That should not be happening, to say the very least, yet it is convincingly. That time, it was 3 players staying alive rather than just Gazo in a 1v1, and it wasn't a singular gunfight that could have changed that. It was multiple, and notably 2 of them went Heavy Nader's way just to open up the round. T4 Gatekeepers are not playing the way they really should, especially on the defensive side of Cafe. Now, notoriously, Cafe is a little bit more attacker-sided compared to the defender-sided, especially with the new addition of that attacker repick. However, it's not this attacker-sided where you lose 2 straight rounds in a site where you should have a lot of control and you're throwing the curveballs rather than hitting them out of the park.
Yes, so, I mean, last round we saw that they knew that people would play in that hookah bar, those bars in the back, right? So they went into reading room to bust open those walls and play the vertical game for them there. I'm hoping, I mean, I hope that T4 plays vertical here in kitchen, because that's what we've seen quite often from esports players as well.
T4 is opting to extend in towards this bakery side, and well, qvG is playing in with this Montaigne. They're trying to deny this almost immediately as well. And if they can get out this Malusi, then that basically spells the round over. Nice bit of utility being thrown in, and well, down goes Mats. It is a 1-for-1 trade as picks will fall. Actually 2, as Adaps gets one of their own. Heavy Nader will not get a double opener this time around, but, and I say but, this entire side of the map has already been taken by qvG. While yes, they're down 1 man, they still have a lot of utility in their hands, and they have the Monty available. The smoke, however, is still on the board. This is the first time they've had that utility denial and that roam denial on the board later on in this round. But, well, there goes that kill, there goes the smoke, there goes my entire point.
And now qvG has a lot more freedom to play now that the smoke is gone. Oh man, really shut me down real quick there with Mr. Easter taking out qvG. Shield did not help him there as Dallas plays. Oh no. It's 2v2. And they have front control. qvG in a really good position here.
They have full bakery, but they don't have anything past that. That's the real issue they're running into. They still have to collapse on both of the remaining players. There's... Wow, the Maestro playing behind the bomb chassis. They're not going to clear this, and it's going to get Gazo killed. Mr. Easter playing the far angle, looking to clear this out. Will not. It's into the 1v1, but the LMG is just better, at least on the defensive side. The Alda just superior to that M249, and T4 Gatekeepers win their first round.
They did that one really well. I think with who's good. My God, I'm having a brain fart right now. My brain is melting. Jesus.
I mean, we're Rainbow Six casters, so our brains are always melting. Feels bad, man.
Oh my goodness. That hold behind the bomb, the little cheek hold angle they had right there really came to light there.
Attackers need
Bomb
to
chassis,
locate
just
and
a
defuse as
better
many bombs as they
hard
can.
spot to sit behind. It gives you some nice clean angles, especially on multiple sites as well. It gives you that viability between multiple different positions, and that was one of them. This time around, we're going to see T4 Gatekeeper set up towards Pixel and look to play around it. Joey, you do realize you can just break the dresser, right? Please tell me you know that. Oh no. For all of you wondering what I was talking about, that dresser on the right side that Wumby is so nicely highlighting, you can break that. The chair and the dresser, or the chair and the little side table, yeah, that. You can break that and walk around your shield. I don't know if anybody knew that. They're actually doing it now, which is very convenient past the fact that
He didn't break the dresser though.
Oh my god. This is why we can't have nice things, kids. Okay. Well, past me, losing my mind over this. I think they were mainly just breaking the chair so they could put the ADSs behind it. They want to keep that side table up and available so that utility is still on the board and isn't easily cleared out by just a quick angle or maybe a quick gone 6 if it's stealing on the shield. qvG bringing a very similar comp to what they have in rounds prior. Not too much is changing, and why would it? That round was a little bit more questionable. They didn't drone as much. They didn't gain as much information as they had previously, so that's the main catalyst to their round loss. But now in this situation, they have to do the full top-down clear I was talking about earlier. They have to push in towards reading and that fireplace position. This time around, they have the top floor to fully clear to do so.
Yes, and qvG, they always do a really good job in the way that they clear with drones. They showed it off last map too. But Dallas on the roam here might be able to get some. Easter is down by just Pat. Unable to find the kill. Gazo finds Mats, and it's a 5v4. I would say 5v3, but Dallas, Easter is still alive and kicking. As they push into Cigar here. Try to gain a little more control. They already have Piano. And now they're going to push into White. Easter getting picked up, dropping from the hatch on Cocktail Lounge. And it's a 4v4.
I'm really surprised they let Easter get out, but at the same time, that's still ground gained here for the defensive, or for the attacking side. Heavy Nader looking to open things up. The Skeleton Key will open up all doors and really all floors as well. As much as that rhymes, it doesn't make as much sense if you really look at it. Luckily for me, I don't have to make sense. Again, Rainbow Six caster brain cells don't function. F2 is going to push down. Ironically, not playing Twitch. I'm really upset that F2 is not playing Twitch because I could make an easy joke off of that one. Pixed, you have to hit more of those shots. Luckily, Joey just was not paying any attention and will fall. The alibi no longer has one and is now dead. It's into the 4 versus 2, and another clutch situation for multiple players on the defensive side. They do find one, but only one, as that will collapse on them yet again. qvG win 3 of 4 to open things up.
Right there. I thought they had that one, the way they set up for that area, but I didn't realize that they weren't playing bar and cocktail, but they were playing reading. And I was like, what? That's where the website was? God.
Map 1 isn't looking too different from Map 2 here for the T4 Gatekeepers. As much as I hate to say it, it's not looking great. In these situations, if you're on the real defending side of Cafe, you should be doing a little bit better, especially when you throw the curveball of going reading and in towards the fireplace position. Albeit, in all fairness to them, the main change is the attacker repick. On the defensive side, you used to be able to confuse the ever-loving heck out of the attackers. You could pick whatever site you wanted to, and they would just have to predict which way you're going. That is no longer the case, obviously. You can just drone in and say, hey, we want to switch up our entire comp, depending on where the entire defense is setting up. Albeit, qvG isn't doing any of that. They are still playing the exact same composition no matter the site. You can see that the GUI is back on that Iana. The only time they changed was towards the bottom floor, and that didn't work for them. So they've switched off of it.
We can say that we see the same kind of similarity for T4, right? they're playing the same comp, no matter the site. But I think defensive operators are essential. Most of them are pretty essential, staple operators, depending on where they are. Ooh, qvG getting a little nice cheeky kill here. I think he has the information that there's somebody in freezer.
Fortunately, you have to drop to
Yeah.
get that angle. Dallas is safe, at least as long as they don't run out of this position. They are back on the top floor in terms of defending. They're 0 for 2 defending the top floor, by the way. Just want to highlight that really quick. And they need to be able to clear this out on the attacking side, and quickly. They will. Down they drop.
Whoa.
All 3 of them are on site, but Mr. Easter finds one, and even more past that. Into the 4 versus 3. qvG need to stay alive, and they need to keep the site control they've gained. It may not happen, though. Somehow he's still alive. What?
So unable to be kept from the gates, smashes through, and he's just running. He's just walking around on site. And it's 2v1. It's all up to Mats now.
Even with everything opened up, you can't do all that much in this situation if you're Mats. The information should be there for the defensive side. The case is dropped. That's the most important part, but they're pushing around. The diffuser's going down behind that desk, but they don't know it. The spray will not be there, and Mats is making noise. Everything you do in Rainbow Six Siege makes noise. There's the jump over. Heavy will get the kill. Mats falls. qvG with 4.
And a wonderful round from qvG there. T4 unfortunately had a couple slip-ups, especially leaving Gazo alive on Cocktail Lounge. They kind of just didn't know he was there. But yeah, what about that rush on Skylight though?
I don't know how that worked, but in all fairness, I completely understand it. I think that's the most important part about it. You aren't expecting it if you're the T4 Gatekeepers, because they haven't done anything like that thus far. They haven't rushed whatsoever. The closest thing to it was what they did in Bakery on the bottom floor. Yet now on the top floor, they just have 3 players send themselves into Skylight. You have 1 towards that white window, blocking down the long rotation, along with that close rotation in through the double door. And, well, to knock it all off, you have the extra player over towards that south side of the map. That was, again, the catalyst to the W on the qvG side. T4 Gatekeepers will go back to the only site thus far that they have won, and if they don't win it, they lose. That's my person.
I think they're going to be expecting someone to be playing that back site. Like, they're going to be expecting Joey to be playing that bomb section again. Over in the back freezer section. So I think what they're going to do now is play for a little bit of a vertical take in Fireplace Hall so that they can take Joey out of his area.
I'll take him out. What is this, a mob hit?
Yeah. He's a key figure.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Understandable. I mean, hey, somebody's got to be important in this game. On the defensive side, you really have everybody who's important, in all fairness to him. I think one of the main players you need to keep up is...
Oh,
okay. I was going to say
Kooky.
Easter. Yeah. I can't even finish a sentence at a point without, Easter dying, unfortunately. Easter's 5 and 6 thus far. Has died in every single round. Luckily, he's gotten a kill in 5 of them, but it really doesn't matter when you can't stay alive for all that long. Mr. Easter's dead. Down goes the Jaeger. Luckily, the Wamai on the other side of the utility denial is still alive, and, well, the Wamai is a little bit more important to keep alive over time because those magnets do regenerate over said periods of time. You can see he's got 3, he's going to get a 4th, and I believe 1 more until the round ends. You get a total of 7, if I recall correctly. I could be entirely wrong. I don't play Wamai because, Jaeger's just superior, but it's still a good operator.
All right, and Dallas fighting Gaza with the Nitro, evening it out to 4v4, and they are going for that vertical play, and they're trying to take the people out in freezer. Just move them out of position, displace them a little bit, so that qvG has a better hold. In fact, Joey's already gone, so the Evil Eye no longer a problem for them to think about besides the information that's gathered. Only Adapts, I think, is on site. Don't know where Dallas is, but he's in quite a position. Trying to see if he can get a peek here. Heavy Nader, just continuously opening up walls just to find members of T4. And there's the freezer wall open. qvG able to get a piece of Dallas through the door, but he's able to finish him off. The drone comes out, and Evanator takes out Dallas, and I think that's Freezer open for them. And now it's
That's
all to
everything open.
adapts, but it doesn't matter because just Pat will take him down.
The old pincer maneuver. It's worked to perfection for qvG. 5 of 6 rounds in the first half. The attacking side heavily favored through our second map of played. The question now is whether it's the attacking side that's favored or if it's qvG that's favored, because I think the answer is qvG. With how dominant that first half was, the attack got a lot more than they should have. And now, as they switch to the defensive side, we're going to see the Lord himself. Tachanka should be on the board and is as the timer expires in the pick phase. F2 will be switching from the Ace role to the Tachanka role. The Shamika launchers this time around will now be on the defensive side, while everything else is relatively similar to what we saw from T4 Gatekeepers, at least on the top floor. I'm expecting to see a very similar way of playing it as well. You should use the DP27 on Tachanka to open up all those bars and allow the Banshees to get as much reach as they possibly can while still being safe from those countertops and from the skylight itself. Overall, I like the composition because you also have an extra bit of utility and area denial. That being the Shamika launchers, they do a lot of damage over time and lock down large areas of positioning for anywhere from 10 to 12 seconds, depending on how many you throw at a singular time. Plus, the DP27 is nuts when it comes to soft breach.
Tachanka is just nuts in general. We all want a buff Russian man on our team, right? And that's what's going to give him the win, I feel like. F2 just opening up all these angles that they're going to get here. And looking at the default
5 seconds remaining.
kind of hold coming in.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Pretty default kind of play. I think they're just going to push on the piano here. We see qvG trying to see if he can get a nice little open pick. Maybe he might get a spawn peek off. I don't know.
They're gonna try.
Oh,
That's for dang sure, and it's gonna work.
Gazo.
This isn't good. Mr. Easter, we've talked about the whole dying thing. It's not a good look on you. Adapts also falls. 2 openers go the way of qvG for the 3rd round of now 7 played. Heavy Nader is dropped and is downed, but is not dead. I think that's the most important part. Pixt is looking to initiate back the other way, using the Aruni Fist to instantly open up that barricade. But qvG's dropped, as is Heavy Nader in the end. The swing coming through from Pixt does not land, and the reswing coming from Dallas, that just does damage to Dallas. Luckily, there's the Adrenal Surge on the far side, as Mats will heal them up an extra 20 HP. But qvG, down goes their lead, and well, down goes their Jaeger. Joey with a triple. Oh my goodness.
Kind of getting a little cheeky here. Trying to get these picks off. I know your gunfighting skills are really good, but I can't be that confident. They're waiting for them as Dallas looks into red stairs. I think they're just going to run in here. Oh, that's a really good grenade toss, but it's not going to find anybody. They know that F2's there. I don't know if he's able to close out the deal. This F2 just patiently waits for someone to drop in.
He's in a good position to deal with this. There's still a minute and 15 seconds left, and you can pull it off. Joey will remove Pixt. The LMG needs to be nerfed. For all of you wondering, it definitely does now. However, the other LMG, the DP27, is still alive and will find one of its own. F2 still locking down the under skylight position and is not moving, notably enough. They have to clear him, and quickly so here on this attacking side. If they allow him to get another kill and possibly drop away, it's into a 1 versus 1 where there are more questions than answers for the attacking side.
And F2 still has plenty of Shamika launchers to play that defuse defense. So, oh, but it doesn't matter because Mats shows him whose LMG is a little bit better as he takes him out there, and that's the round for T4.
T4 take 1. And this is their second thus far. The attacking side seemingly favored on the top floor because of the availability of the adaptations. Again, attacker repick exists. Yet, one thing I don't like is that qvG is going back to the exact same site with the exact same composition, assuming Heavy Nader picks up the OMI, and, well, they do. Why? That's my real question. The old saying of trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, is a very effective tool to use in the essence of casting Rainbow Six Siege, because qvG are doing the exact same thing and expecting a different result, while T4 are doing the exact same thing and expecting nothing different. They are bringing the exact same composition, and hopefully for them, we see qvG get over aggressive again and they can shut it down. That's at least their goal, albeit not a very likely goal. qvG are learning from their mistakes time and time again, so I don't expect them to overextend yet again, but it could still happen.
Attackers need to locate.
Yes, we've
and
seen
defuse
actually
bombs.
qvG do this multiple times where they make a single mistake and then they go and they adapt to it. Right? We've seen it when they were
Bomb
playing
located by attackers.
attacking, and they started opening up cocktail lounge from underneath and opening up more vertical play to get Joey out of freezer when he was playing Maestro. So it happens. qvG, they're really good at adapting, and so we're definitely going to see something different here. I don't think they're going to be as aggressive as they were first round. The first defense round.
We're seeing a similar composition be set up. It wouldn't surprise me if it's the exact same comp that we saw in the
5
previous
seconds left.
round. You can see the same Aruni gates, the same
Attackers
Banshees.
detected
Nothing's
defuse
really
the
changing.
bomb.
And that's not a good look for this defensive side. You have to switch something up if you want your fate to change. That's really how the game of Rainbow Six Siege works. I think a camera just got destroyed while we were on. Yep. Rip sound bug. It's a feels bad man moment. For all of you wondering where the heck the sound has gone, it's a common Rainbow Six Siege bug where when you're on an observation tool, as it dies, as the observer or as somebody spectating the game, the sound goes. You're not going to be able to hear all that much, at least compared to what you were. Some things will, of course, still be heard, but not everything. So it feels bad moment, to say the very least.
Googie.
Oh, no.
Oh, with the
That's-
cheeky, nice spawn peek there. Able to find a daps, and that's the diffuser down on the ground. Taking it down just a little bit easter, finding Gazo. It's 4v4, but I think Googie's shot was a little more impactful as he was able to take the diffuser, keep it on the snowbank.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
See if Easter's able to find a grenade kill. It looks like it doesn't. Unfortunately, no damage either. Oh, I beg to differ as Googie takes a little bit of damage from that grenade. Just a little bit. As he tries to hold a
Sometimes-
cheeky angle.
Sometimes a little bit of damage just goes a long way. You've seen multiple situations where somebody's left on 1 HP. Heavy Nader left on 0 as they are now dead. The Wamai, the second to fall here on the defensive side. And both of the utility denial operators on that defense are now gone. There are still 3 nades available, notably enough, so there's no magnets being regenerated in order to deal with those, nor the ADSs, assuming they get taken care of properly. F2 playing a very similar angle from what we saw in the previous round. This should not get any picks. And I say should not, but it probably will anyway, because, you know, who cares about my opinion, right?
You never know. I don't think they've entered any rooms just yet. They're still just holding angles. Oh, and I beg to differ as Mats finds Pat out of freezer. It's 2v4 and F2 is still playing that cocktail hold. And Googie's taken out, and it's all up to F2, and he hasn't moved a single inch. And I think they know that grenade, no damage, but he can get pinched out right here. But it doesn't matter, because he just loses the gunfight to Easter as T4 take the round again.
Again, the top floor goes the way of the attackers. There has not been a singular round thus far this map where the defensive side has won the top floor. And that would be notable if there were like 1 or 2 rounds where that had been the case. But they've played the defensive side on the top floor now 5 rounds between the two teams. T4 Gatekeepers lost it 3 times, and qvG have now lost it twice. I'm no statistician, but it seems like that's not the way to go. If you're not winning it on the defensive side, if either team's not winning it, why go back there? If you're not winning, why?
Maybe they believed in their gun skills. They're like, you know,
Why?
we'll just
They
take
lost.
fights. We'll just take fights. I think we can do this.
I mean, if qvG did that same thing in the previous round, then it would have worked perfectly fine, but they didn't get aggressive early, so they lost the essence of their opening duels, which gave them whatever advantage they had throughout the round. and then later on they just got collapsed on. That's the same thing that happened in round number 7 compared to 8, but well, in round number 7 they got aggressive. They got 2 opening picks. Now the difference is they got over aggressive when they got those first 2 opening picks, so they lost a couple past that. That time it was a nice even bout of not being productive nor unproductive. Certainly a questionable round, to say the very least, for qvG, and T4 Gatekeepers have brought it from a 4-round deficit to just 2, and they're right back in this map.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
We're definitely seeing some aggression from Gazo right from the get-go as he plays the main bakery door.
I'm dry.
See if he can get some picks here. I don't think anyone's running in his direction though, as they all decide to go up.
What? They're going to the top floor on a site that isn't the top floor? I'm so surprised. I cannot believe it. That's sarcasm for all of you who don't pick up vocal dismissions. Yeah, another top floor down push. This is a relatively uniform way of playing Cafe, where you make sure you clear out the room section by section. You don't get flanked later on, at least if you do your due diligence, cross your T's, dot your I's. Hopefully, at least for T4 Gatekeepers, that's the case. You can see drones are being thrown in. They're setting this up relatively well. They're not taking out the default camera, though. I just want to highlight that. They did not take out the default camera. Uh-oh.
BMing just a little bit, maybe. Is it
No,
still
they did.
there?
Okay.
Okay.
They finally took it out. Okay.
Oh, but look at just Pat holding reading room. Let's see if he's able to find anybody. Gazo taking a nice little dueling firefight on red stairs.
I'm out. Gotta reload.
We'll find somebody. Nope. And now they just basic clear. They're starting to default down into side as they clear out these sections. And just Pat, maybe he'll find someone cheeky enough to go down those white stairs, but I don't know if he's able to. Joey might be the one to fall suspect. But I can't guarantee. As Dallas starts to play vertical and train a museum.
It doesn't seem like T4 Gatekeepers know what they want to do at this point. The call looks like a freezer/white push, but you never really know with the ground taken by the rest of the team. You can see Joey above those side stairs is just waiting for someone either to push up or for him to push down and gain that control. The think of Mats is waiting on the far side, just holding off on that push. And why was there a nade thrown in there? That just doesn't seem productive.
And the patience from Pat to just hold these angles. Really well executed here. Oh, Easter might have gave himself away there, and he's taken out by Googie. Oh,
no!
Googie. That's the diffuser.
That right there might be the round.
It's 3v2. Oh, 1v3. It's all just Dallas. qvG. They have diffuser on site with them.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh no, Dallas
No
doesn't know where they are. Oh no.
No time either. And Heavy Nader ends his life there. And that's the round for qvG.
That was a questionable round for T4 Gatekeepers, to say the very least. When you're looking at how a team should be playing the bakery attack, that's not it. They took too long on their top floor pressure and didn't clear out any utility for it to make it negligible. The unfortunate part is there wasn't a lot of utility to clear out, notably enough. They weren't bringing all that much in terms of utility denial on the defensive side. The comp consisted of a Mozzie, a Mute, along with a Jaeger. I mean, yeah, you could have taken out the Kona stations from the Thunderbird, or maybe even ADSs from the Jaeger, but at that point, just push onto the site because you're about as productive doing it that way. Just make sure you maybe clear out an ADS or two. The Mute Jammers didn't get them all that far. Of course, we saw them pressure towards the freezer side, especially on the hatch, yet didn't do anything with that pressure. It was another round where T4 Gatekeepers took too long and didn't do all that much. We saw that a little bit back in map number 1, but as we really possibly conclude map number 2 at this point, I'm now in a situation where I don't think T4 Gatekeepers can pick up a site that is not the top floor.
It's going to be interesting to see how they play this reading room location. I was too busy. I was enchanted with the way that F2 was opening his wall. I'm sorry.
I love the buff to the soft destruction. Did you hear about that buff, by the way? The shotguns being like massively buffed in terms of soft destruction, not in terms of damage, just soft destruction. Basically, if you shoot open a wall, it actually fully opens as long as you're within like 9 meters of it. It doesn't make it impossible to try and push in and gain control of something, especially with a soft breach bit of utility. That does change. Finally, it took him a long enough time to do so. Gazo's doing the same thing, but this time on the white door. I don't think anybody's on this side. Luckily enough, yeah, all 5 of them spawn towards the west main side, so we're good to go. No opening kills for them.
Yep. No cheeky spawn picks for qvG this time. I'm sure they'll find something though. Gazo's aggression is one to behold. Oh, but no, it's Heavy Nader with the kill with his little SMG. Finding the first pick. And they're already at a man disadvantage. And that's the Finka too. So that's pretty big. And as I was saying, Heavy Nader is taken out from the west main window.
The essence of the LMGE does indeed find the down onto Heavy Nader, but not the kill. Of course, points aren't on, so you don't know when you get a down or not. You also don't get notified and ranked anymore. If all of you were wondering why you don't get your points, that's exactly why. Gazo does find Dallas, and that's just collapsed this yet again. Heavy Nader's still alive. Gazo isn't. That's the notable part about it. Heavy will be picked up in that same rate. So it is still a 4 versus 3. It was in that same interaction. Just now, you sub out your mute for that Jaeger, and, well, Kona stations exist, so back to full HP goes Heavy. Look at that.
This is really good. For the side of qvG, there's Dallas going down. There was a major soft breacher. So it's all up to Joey now. And kind of a pickle now for how T4 is going to enter this site. As we see Joey go up the top floor. Pat taking down. Nope. It's just Joey now. And it's not looking too viable now for T4 to win.
1v4 Googie just popped GG's in chat, and with the P12, Pat is trying to take this fight. Pat, by the way, has the M870 on the defensive side, so that's why they're using the P12 at long range. There's the swing, there's the kill, and a notable one enough. F2 is doing damage to themselves with the Shamika launcher, and Heavy Nader is out towards the west docks. Or North Docks, sorry. I don't know why, and they're gonna die. Unless they hit a nuts headshot, you're gonna fall in that situation. Joey can win this because of the over-aggression and really just lack of awareness for this defensive side. He's pushing down towards these red stairs, does find the Thunderbird, but isn't finding the kill just yet. There's the swing, there's the kill. That'll do it. On map number 2, qvG win the best of 2, 2-0.
qvG adapting and taking that map. Good for qvG.
Yeah, it really just didn't look good overall, if I had to say so, for the then defensive and now attacking side of T4 Gatekeepers. When you looked at how they were playing, the defensive side just was not reasonable. They played the same site 3 times and lost it all 3 times. And then on the attacking side, the only 2 rounds they won were on that same site that they could not defend to save their lives. The defense went 0 for 5 on Bar Cocktail, by the way. Just want to pick that note up really quick because you don't usually see it. Usually Bar Cocktail goes like, I don't know, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 overall. Teams play it twice per half and it goes dead even between the 2. This time was not that case. 0 for 5 was the defending side. Not the usual way you see things played out.
Yeah, T4 really falling for that over aggression that qvG was giving. A lot of BMing, I think, was happening on the side of qvG, especially towards the end of the round there. With the Shamika and the run out onto outside. They were betting on their gun skill there, definitely.
Luckily, the bet played out. I think they went for broke in that situation, and fortunately for them, it just did not kill them, quite literally. But now in situations like these, qvG go up 2-0. I don't think they're too upset about those 2 maps. You dropped a couple rounds you probably shouldn't have between both of the maps, but T4 Gatekeepers didn't do anything. They didn't gatekeep a dang thing. Not very gate of them. They were really just an open window of, hey, you can come through. Terrible entrance jokes. Don't mind me.
qvG really had total control, I think, for both sections. the way that they played. They were able to adapt to T4 a lot better, and we saw that multiple times, right? The way that they reacted to how T4 was playing, because I think when T4 chose the defensive rounds that they were winning, qvG played it a lot differently when they were attacking. So I think qvG really just showed that they were a step up above the gate here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to do it. We don't have an interview for y'all as we have a little bit more of a consolidated broadcast. I came in late. Again, apologies for that one. I didn't even know I was casting today because somebody didn't check their Discord pings. That's me. I didn't check my Discord pings. Don't mind me, though. That's going to do it. I've been Time to Late. That's been Jogs. We've had Wumby in the background running the observation and the one and only production manager of Epsilon helping us out with production itself. That's the major game done. qvG take map 1 and map 2, 7-4 and 7-3 respectively. They win the series 2-0, and we exit quickly. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.